Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. 'Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost, and I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feel like an ember and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, and you know I'll never drop. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your.
What's the price you're gonna pay just to find a way? My work is to teach them step away from all the runs they plan to done today. Yes, the youth from the
what I told you. Jah gon' bless us and to make us strong. I trust that you gon' get there this day to come. Yeah, I never doubted. I keep the faith all along. I'm good person, humble servant. All you beautiful people, come. You solely deserve all the best there is. And I've got all the love to give. Don't you know love is all there is? Emperor Selassie, I'm governed the
So you should be treated. Though you never get the loving that you needed. Could have left, but I called and you heeded. Begged and I pleaded, mission completed. And I said that I this the program. Not the type to mess around with your emotion. But the feeling that I have for you is so strong. Been together so long and this could never be wrong.
Girl, you're my angel. You're my darling angel. Closer than my peeps, you are to me. Shorty, you're my angel. You're my
Feels like it's been a long, long vacation since I've been behind this microphone. Shady, good morning to you, Shady. Good morning to you, Shady. Good morning.
Morning, real Badman.
I'm not feeling that way this morning, but hey, fake it until you funk it. That's what they say. Hey, how are you doing this morning?
Much better than
last week. I know that. Good morning to Dr. Richards this morning.
Morning, Doc. I have mine this week.
You have yours this week? Yeah. Doc has been doing an absolutely amazing job. We're going to talk about that this morning as well, too. We've got so many things to talk about. Listen, in my absence last week, I missed so many things. I'm going to try and catch up with them this week. Also back this week, we've got Chester's Questions starting back this morning. But normally he would go on Tuesdays and on Wednesdays. We're going to drop him this morning because he's back this morning. We're going to drop him. You got it right? I sent it to you?
Yeah.
It's uploaded and everything, right?
Yeah.
So right after the top, play one song. We're gonna drop it in. Then we got the Marshall coming in right after Chester's questions. Council at 7:45 this morning. He goes up until 8 o'clock.
I see Invest SVG on the log.
What time?
7:10, 7:20.
Can't be 7:20. Can't be 7:20. Can't be 7:20. We got the Marshall at 7:20.
Yeah,
Can't be 7:20. Can't be 7:20.
It's on the log.
Can't be 7:20. These guys just drives the. You know, sometimes the devil is just swing things your way just to try to challenge you and try to. And this is one of these mornings when you hear that they know the programming lineup, and sometimes they just do that just to tempt you and to say, listen, Big is the kind of person who will just walk out and go back home. Maybe that's what they want me to do this morning, so maybe I'll do it. Yeah, why would they do that? Why? Anyway, at 7:45 we got council this morning. At 8:15 we've got the Prime Minister's press officer in the Prime Minister's office, Chevron Macmillan, at 8:15 this morning. We should have Mr. Weeks. It is Monday. Mr. Weeks comes in this morning at 8:30. And we continue and go right through until Dr. Richards at 9:45. We'll wrap it up right here on OMG in the morning. Yeah? Right here on OMG in the morning. It's just gone past 7 o'clock. Let's go station ID. And we go. Time check, station ID. I'll go to the top, come right back. Let's do the Shady. Let's do it.
OMG in the morning. Lighting up SVG on Boom 1069.
No matter what you're going through, count your blessings, yeah. Well, today is a new day. Give thanks to life. All praises to the Lord, me safe and me sanctified. Nah, make them stress me. Me a wall of vibe. With red boom, TJ and moon in my bona fide. And the Lord is around us. In blessings surround us. Me not care who like me. Me just a go and show love. And the Lord is around us. In blessings surround us. Me not care who like me. Me just a go and show love. Oh, far me I come from. What a journey. Good thing God got me. See it and you feel it. Far me I come from. Life has meaning. That the youth keep on believing. So see it and feel. Oh, life is so rough sometimes. Heaven hear me cry. I feel do something with my life. And the Lord is around us. In blessings surround us. Me not care who like me. Me just a go and show love. And the Lord is around us. In blessings surround us. Me not care who like me. Me just a go and show love. Oh, far me I come from. What a journey. Good thing God got me. See it and you feel it. Far me I come from. Life has meaning. That the youth keep on believing. Well, today is a new day. Give thanks to life. All praises to the Lord, me safe and me sanctified. Nah, make them stress me. Me a wall of vibe. With red boom, TJ and moon in my bona fide. And the Lord is around us. In blessings surround us. Me not care who like me. Me just a go and show love. And the Lord is around us. In blessings surround us. Me not care who like me. Me just a go and
All right, so tell you what, we're going to jump into Chester's questions early this morning, and we're going to bring it back for you later on in the morning at about minutes to 9. We got a packed program for you this morning. Hey, listen, we got all the confusion here this morning, boy. Last week, I understand there was a Category 5 hurricane storm, a hurricane Category 5 storm last week. You gonna look at that. I reached out to my brother in Storm. I reached out to him. Let me tell you what he said. I reached out. I said, yo, what kind of confusion they causing in the place, buddy? I need to talk to you. I need to get you, buddy. And let me quote him exactly what he said. Tammy, good morning to you, darling. Good morning. I know you seeing you back. Good morning to you, baby. Good morning.
To Antonia as well. Back in school today. Yeah.
Antonia's back today as well too. Everybody's back today. Yeah. Happy to hear that you're back today, Tammy. Okay, so here's Tom. Tom said, hey, Brother Bing, LOL. It was really storm week last week. Them fellas at Lukewarm FM really disappointed me. First, with how they described your DJ who passed away. Then they came with their stupidness with me. To call me a donkey. So I turned him into one. As much as I would love to come on, I am very busy this week and will be in the Greenwich for most of that time. I then travel for a couple weeks for my girlfriend's birthday. I don't know if you all I would need to go in there. I really want to come on. Would have liked to have a conversation about business and so on, but I know it's now silly season and politics will rule the narrative. Let's stay close and we can give each other feedback or back channel on issues. Back of the channel, back of the envelope kind of thing. Storm, buddy. You gotta talk, buddy. You gotta talk, buddy. I'm seeing things, buddy. I'm seeing things and I'm hearing things. I woke up the other morning and seen a whole set of things sent to my phone, Storm. I gotta ask you some questions about these things. This is the same storm gonna solve, or this is another storm gonna solve? Condos and all these things, buddy. Hey, listen, we gotta talk. We're gonna talk about all those things this morning and so much more right here on OMG in this one. Shape the life. Let's just jump straight into Chester's questions. You ready for it? Chester's got an interesting question. Listen, normally he would be on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but because he's starting back this week, we're gonna drop him on a Monday morning. And we still got time. We're gonna be bringing Mr. Weeks, but we're gonna bring him in on Monday morning still. All right? Ready for Chester's questions? Let me know, buddy. We ready? Oh, Lord, as usual, Shady's not ready. Share the live, folks. Share the live. Wow, I tell you, it's been a busy. Last week was one of my craziest weeks. Mario, good morning to you, Mario.
You sent
I sent it. What do you mean?
You said what you and Fisher were talking about.
I said what Justin I was talking about? What the hell? What is this? Come, it's Justin I've been talking about it in the problem. I've been running down you, all of you. I've been running around you, the Cutlass, the other red one, the brother. We've been running down all of you. That's what we've been talking about. Hold on. Marshall, hold on. We might be a bit late with you this morning, but you're going to get in this morning. Okay, Marshall? Hold on. Where's Chester? Where's Chester? Chester, where are you, buddy? No, man. Chester. Yeah, man, I sent it to you. Chester, boy, this man went fishing, and because I tell him clean and bring, he didn't show up. You got it there now. You got it there now. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's bring him in early. Marshall, we coming to you this morning. We're going to be a little late because Chester is only about 10 minutes or so it won't be long. And we'll be in with you this morning. All right, folks. So,
if the Lord God Almighty were to appear before us and say to us, I have removed the devil from your midst, no longer will the devil be on this planet. You are free to live your life as wholesome people. Is that something we would look forward to? Is that something we would be thankful for? Would we miss the devil and all his tricks? This is Chester's questions. I think that we would. Because we have become so accustomed as human beings. And again, the way the brain of the human being works, particularly the left hemisphere, which is our operating system basically for planet Earth. The right hemisphere is basically the operating system for that which is beyond the physical, even beyond the mental. It is spiritual, it is universal. It is, in my opinion, the way God talks to us, the way God moves through us. But we are so addicted to our left hemisphere. We are so addicted to the things of the earth. We are so addicted to the operating system that we know as our brain that dictates to us. And neuroscience is proving that to us today, that our left hemisphere is actually in deficit, and it does not know that it is in deficit, yet it is dictating to us. So if God Almighty were to come today and say, I am removing the devil from your midst, no more temptations, you will not want to have sex with that woman who is not your wife. You see that beautiful woman walking down there with a sexy backside, you won't feel any lust for her. No more will you feel that. You will only love your wife and only want to have sex with your wife. Is that something that we would really like? I would proffer that many men would say, no, I want to lust after her. I want that thing that I should not have. But do you know why that is so? It is because of the left hemisphere in your head, the left hemisphere of your brain, where the ego is located, ego, which is from the Greek meaning I, the letter I. I. It's all about me. So we need to separate ourselves. We need to understand that we're being dictated to. We're being dictated to by our very own brains. And this is why we are in the mess that we are in globally and in fact locally in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You know the expression, they love it so? That is quite true. We are unable, most of us, to escape the dictates of our brains. You know, I wrote an article many years ago, actually about 10 years ago, and I used a quote from Marcus Tullius Cicero. It goes thus: a nation can survive its fools and even the ambitious, but it cannot survive treason from within. A traitor moves amongst those within the gate freely, his sly whispers rustling through all the alleys, heard in the very halls of government itself. For the traitor appears not a traitor. He speaks in accents familiar to his victims, and he wears their face and their arguments. He appeals to the baseness that lies deep in the hearts of all men. He rots the soul of a nation. He works secretly and unknown in the night to undermine the pillars of the city. He infects the body politic so that it can no longer resist. Unquote. Marcus Tullius Cicero. So this has been going on for hundreds and thousands of years. And this is what is happening today in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Ralph Gonzalez, my friend, who I bear no ill feelings, no malignant feelings towards, as I've said many times, I am fortunate enough to know that one can like someone, and in fact that one should love someone. We should all love each other, but be able to say, no, I will not accept that from you. We should even love the devil. And trust me, Ralph is the devil incarnate, as are we all. Remember, when you point a finger, three are pointing back at you. Always remember that. So if I say Ralph is the devil incarnate, so am I, so are you, so is anyone who points a finger and says Ralph is the devil. So is that person. So am I. But we must understand the bigger picture. We must understand the context. I am not the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Neither are you or you or you. There's only one person on planet Earth who is the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and he has been so for 25 years, which is unheard of, which is almost unconstitutional. In fact, I would argue that it is, if not de jure, de facto unconstitutional. It is not of the body of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is not something that is good for the body. As Marcus Tullius Cicero says, he infects the hearts of all men. He rots the soul of a nation. For the traitor appears not a traitor. This quote speaks exactly to Ralph. And this is not an ad hominem attack. This is not an attack to the man. This is not an attack about Ralph the person, although some may say that he is. I am not here to judge Ralph as a person. I still say Ralph is my friend. He may not think of me as a friend, but I think of him as a friend. I like Ralph. I actually like the man. And I love the man, but I despise his politics. I have said so from day one. I am saying so now, and I dare say I will always say so, because I understand. I have an understanding of the mind of Ralph. And it's nothing new. All you have to do is educate yourself, read as I have, and listen to people wiser than yourself. Marcus Tullius Cicero, this man was a great leader in the Roman Empire. And he says it, I will repeat it, a nation can survive its fools. In other words, the general population, the nation can survive the common man and woman. It can survive stupid people, ignorant people, uneducated people. But the nation cannot survive treason from within. And that is what every politician, almost every politician is. And Ralph is the greatest of them all. The traitor moves amongst those within the gate freely. His sly whispers rustling through all the alleys, heard in the very halls of government itself. That is Ralph. That is the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. For the traitor appears not a traitor. Isn't that so? I mean, Ralph, the great giver of this, that, and the other. Ralph, the giver of scholarships. Ralph, the giver of monies to Cuba and to Dominica and to every suffering country in the world. Ralph, the great generous one. He appears not a traitor. He speaks in accents familiar to his victims. Ralph speaks in what I call Hairuna Creole. I don't want to even refer to it as Vincentian, because that is not really who we are. That is an outside. That's a misnomer. That name doesn't belong to us, Vincentian. We are Hairuna, just like St. Vincent, just like St. Lucia is Huronora, and Jamaica is Jamaica. Jamaica is the only country, the only nation in the Caribbean that retains its original name given to it by its native people. Jamaica is not a Eurocentric name. Blessings to Jamaica. Hail Jamaica and its people. We need to wake up and understand who we are, or we will always be dominated and subjugated and colonized and neo-colonized, as we are being right now, by that Eurocentric Portuguese mind. Ralph has a Eurocentric mind, a brilliant mind, but he uses it to dominate, subjugate, and neo-colonize the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, whom he sees as niggers. Yes, I said it. That's how Ralph sees black people in St. Vincent. Not just as little black boy, but as niggers. The word from 60 years ago when Ralph was a boy. 70 years ago. He's 79. When Ralph was 9 years old, in 55? That was the language. That was the language of the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You were either nigger or mulatto, which is what would describe somebody of my skin color and my bearing and my social class, mulatto. In other words, you mix up, you're black, you're white, you're red, you don't know what you are. It's a pejorative term, like nigger, mulatto, and here's the kicker, Portuguese. That is actually how Ralph sees himself. Deep down in his DNA, he has accepted that pejorative slur, that racial slur, because he still sees life as if it's 1956, as when he's a 9-year-old, 10-year-old boy, and that was the language. And he has it deep in his blood, in his bones. And he lives through that today. This is why he calls people dirty dog and all these terms, and still calling people in 2025 mulatto. He dare not say the word nigger, but trust me. Well, don't trust me. Trust your own senses. Look at the evidence and see how he treats people. See the words that come out of his mouth. And then when it comes to election time like now, you will see the Eurocentric psychology, psychopathy come out. The same psychology that Columbus used. Drop some trinkets in the hands of the natives and take their gold, take their treasure, take their knowledge. Give them the Bible and take their beliefs. You see him doing it with the native religious people, with the Shakers, dancing with them, telling them he is one of them, but he's not. People, let's move. Let's rise up legally, peacefully, but let's get rid of the devil incarnate. We don't have to wait on God. We are here doing God's work. We are God's hands and feet. Let us move. Let us remove 14, but leave the devil so we can have a little balance. Yes, we actually, I would say, need the devil, but we need to be in full management mode of the devil. Jesus himself had conversations with the devil, but he told the devil where to go. He did not allow the devil to manage him. You must manage the devil. The devil inside you and the devil who is stalking the land of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He infects the body politic so that it can no longer resist. But resist we must and overcome. He says he's a warrior. He says he's a conqueror. He says he's an overcomer. But people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, show Ralph Gonzalez who is the overcomer. One man cannot defeat 100,000. We will overcome. This is Chester's Questions.
Chester coming in sharp again. Picked up where he left off, sharp as possible. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, Chester. Listen, let's straight to the marshal. Let's go. Let's see what he's going to come with this morning. It's going to be like this morning. It's going to be busy this morning. Let's go. Marshal, where are you? We have an intro. We just go straight into him. Marshal, where are you, buddy? Where are you? Let's jump straight into it, buddy. Let's go, Marshall. Let's go. Marshall, the Marshall is in town. I need to get a job for him. Ready for you. Where are you? The Marshall? Don't tell me you're running from Chester this morning. Where's the Marshall, buddy? Where is he? Let me make sure that he's coming up here. Marshall, where are you, buddy? Marshall, come on. Don't tell me you don't have a response to Chester. Chester's not even St. Vincent. Come on, Marshall. Where are you, Marshall? Marshall, where are you? Answers Chester's question. Who's going to answer Chester's question this morning? Are you, Marshall? Never heard Marshall. Marshall always comes in. I don't know. What's happening to him this morning? Where are you, buddy? Okay, he's calling. Okay, here he is. I know he's not opposed. I know them European people don't back down for nothing. Good morning. Let's go straight into it. I'm not even going to interrupt you. Good morning. Nice to have you. I haven't heard from you in a while. Good morning. No,
I haven't seen or heard you in a while, and I hope that you're well.
That's true.
You know, and I know the incident that involved your colleague really rocked you. But, you know, I hope things are better. Comrade Shady, good morning.
Don't answer. You're not a damn comrade. Are you a comrade?
To all of your...
Are you a comrade?
You know, Bing, there is someone who calls your radio station and rants on early mornings and says that your comrade is a beacon of democracy. Your station is a beacon of democracy. You can't stifle people. Bing, calm down. Right, okay. And to all your listeners across the globe, good day to you and happy Monday. Now, Bing, last week, I'm going to be short though. Last week, I was on your radio station talking about...
Chester?
Who?
Chester. I just checking.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So let's move on. Let's move on and talk about something sensible. I was talking about that vitriol and vile well-packaged bit of nonsense that Chester spoke this morning. I mean, I'm disappointed. I am
Whoa,
really disappointed.
Careful, Marshall. Careful.
No, I'm absolutely disappointed. I'm not going to talk about that at all because that there's really nothing to respond to. But what I found interesting, as it threw me off, is here's a man who's admitting that he has despised the policies of the government from day one. They have not had a chance to work yet. He has not implemented them yet, but from day one, he has despised them. Admitting clearly that he never wanted the government in, and of course we all know why. And from day one, even before the government started working, he despised the politics. Well, hundreds of Vincentians, thousands even, would tell you the politics he despised has lifted them out of poverty. Anyway, so let's move on. So last week I was talking about the port construction and the big picture, and I made reference to a comment that the council made, that Jomo Thomas made about not needing to spend $700 something million on a port. We could have spent $10 to $20 million on the existing port. And I went back a little bit to show that was the same talking point when we were doing the airport, that they didn't think that we should have built a new airport. We should have just extended Anna's Vale. And there were a number of your listeners who were commenting on the live who said, who went back? And I said, it's a good thing bringing in the hay, because we're going to be mad with them for going back 30 years, because people are talking about the fact that the New Democratic Party did the feasibility study, that the New Democratic Party wanted to build the airport, but the NDP, but the ULP blocked it and so forth. And I thought, if Bing is listening, he must be mad. He must be furious, because why are these people going back? Let's not go back. Let's talk about now. But then I realized, Bing, that you wouldn't be mad, and neither would anybody, like my friend Doug Howard, who and I would speak personally and so on, because that's what the supporters and the parliamentarians of the NDP do. They cherry pick what they think are areas that they may gain advantage with the electorate to speak about of the previous NDP when they were in government, and decry and try to shut down any references to areas that they aren't proud. But the thing about a record is that it is a record. And so if you think that you are justified in plucking what you consider to be positive elements of the record to campaign on today, to show the electorate that, hey, this is what we did the first time around, these are the positive things that we did the first time around, and if you elect us, you can have more of those positive things, then obviously you then open up for others to say, but hey, these are the things that you did that weren't so positive, that weren't desirable. Like having 40% of our students going to secondary school. A reversing policy that the ULP has that is despised by some. Right? That you had 4 national scholarships at maximum. The government had 117. Those kind of policies that is despised by some from day one. So that you cannot be allowed to, and I would make this clear, and I'll hammer it every single time, Bing. I will continue to speak to the record of the New Democratic Party when it was in office, and challenge them today when they speak about the record of the ULP that is in office. I'll tell you this.
At the same time, be fair and speak to the Labour Party when they were in office, tuna, and compare them as well, tuna. Compare the Labour Party to the ULP, to the NDP, and also the same way you're comparing the New Democratic Party to the ULP. Compare it as well, too.
Not for me to do.
And compare the PPP as well, too.
Bing.
Because we ain't riding donkeys anymore. We drive in the most modern vehicles.
Again, that's what I said. You see, that's what I said. You did not jump in when I was talking about the fact that the NDP did the feasibility study. You had no problem with that at all. None. But you're jumping in now. That's the point I'm making. And you're showing exactly. You're showing your listeners exactly what I'm talking about. Now, the thing about it is this. I went to St. Martin's Secondary School. There are individuals who went to grammar school. And these people, like myself, may have sons and so forth, and there are people who went to high school and so on, and have daughters, and they want their students to go to those schools. And they would talk about how high school was in their days, and I would talk about how St. Martin was in my days, a beacon of discipline and so forth. And I would want my son to go to that school because it's a beacon of discipline. I went there and so forth. But hear what? The teachers who taught me ain't teaching there still. The thing is different and so forth. But I understand the record that was there while I was there, and I'm seeing performance. Even though, for example, St. Martin had dipped in performance for a couple of years and wasn't doing so well, I would still love my son to go to St. Martin's because I believe that values and so forth transmitted even when I was there are still fundamentally the values at the school. And so when I make comparisons of the NDP then and the NDP now, that is the point that is the point I am making. The consistent values of the party, its philosophy and so forth, that remains consistent. And I'm saying to you, regardless to whether you change the personal or not, because the philosophy is consistent and the same, you can expect more of the same. But I always say this, when individuals come to me and say to me, but Sian, why are you going back 30 years? Why are you going back 25 years? Why are you going back 35 years? We can't go back to the past and so forth. I would say to them, do you want me to ignore the realities of people who are still living? Do you recognize that when you tell me I shouldn't talk about that and I shouldn't talk about this, you're telling me that the realities of individuals who worked in the 1990s, for example, and who struggled because of inadequate unpopular policies, and who can today testify to the advancement they've made because of the policies of the government now, you telling me I must ignore that part of their lives? So I should not allow someone to say to me, Mr. Marshall, you know, I was a qualified teacher in the 1980s or the 1990s and I was really struggling. I lived home for 40 years. I lived home for how many years? Okay, 40 might be a stretch. I got married. I had to take my wife home. The children were in the house with me and so on because I couldn't build a house. I had to be able to come up with 10%, 15%, 20% down payment to build a house. And my salary was small. I couldn't afford it. I started in a particular way. I had some people come and help me with the basement and so forth. And they would come on a Sunday, I'd cook some pillau, XYZ. But Mr. Marshall, I tell you, when the government came in, the ULP came in, and they introduced the 100% mortgage to the NCB then, I was able to go, me and my wife, straight to the bank and get the money and finish the house. Or somebody would say I was able to go and buy a piece of land. And I am told today that those stories are irrelevant. Let's not talk about the part of the story that began in the 80s or the 90s and show the contrast of what exists today. That people tell you, I was bright, I passed common entrance, I got some subjects, but at the end of it, I go look for work. I couldn't go to university, I didn't have the money, my mother didn't have the money. You know, it's not until in my 40s I was able to go and get a disadvantaged student loan, or it's not until in my 40s now I'm able to get some assistance through the tuition assistance program at Service Commission, something that the government gives 2,000 and 3,000 of every year. Well, not every year, sorry. Let me not say every year. They gave, I think, 1,200 one year, and they kept increasing it. It was 2,000 last year. I'm hearing now it will be about 3,000 this year. It's these programs that help me. You're telling me I should ignore that story and not talk about it? Why? That's people's reality. So when somebody comes and says, oh, and this is the point I want to make. When somebody comes and says, St. Vincentians are not better off, and I'm going to say, but no, see, and I am better off because I got my first degree late in my 40s, but I'm still grateful because with the first degree, I'm able to get a promotion and I'm able to get a bigger salary and I'm able to go and get a mortgage. And the reason I wasn't able to was because the opportunity wasn't there before. And that is their reality. And they are better off. They have advanced. Why? Because of a deliberate policy of this government. And their story, not my talking point, their story shows that, hey, when I was working as a qualified teacher, as a policeman, or as a registered nurse under the NDP, there were certain things I could not do. My salary didn't allow it, and the opportunities were not available. Since the ULP got into office, I saw opportunities open up that I didn't have before that I took advantage of. And that is the reality. So when you get to the ridiculous where you say, oh, let me go back to PPP and talk about riding donkey, that's you know better than that, Bing. You know better than that. And you know people.
And all I'm saying, is that with every society, society advance.
You don't get just 15 minutes of my time. Hold on, you ain't taking the other 15. Thank you, it's your station. All I'm saying is, you know people whose lives have been improved because of the policy of this government. You know people whose lives have taken
some more than others. Some more than others.
It happens in every society, Bing. It happens in every society. Because everybody can't own radio station like you, Bing, and everybody can't own TV station like you.
Well, some eating grass, some at the top tier. Some eating grass and some at the top tier.
That was between Poppy and Fletcher. They bet and Fletcher decided, well, he had to eat grass. But that's beside the point. The point is
you see nothing wrong. You see nothing wrong. You see absolutely nothing wrong. Let me ask you a straightforward question, okay?
Let me
ask you straight. Let me have a conversation. Let us have a conversation.
You're telling me.
Let us have a conversation, please.
Hold on, Bing. I don't want you to start on that premise because you're telling me what I see and do not see.
Well, that's what I'm asking you. That's what I'm asking you, Marshall.
No, that's not a question.
My brother, Marshall. That's what I'm asking you, okay? In a society like ours, you see nothing. Do you see anything wrong?
Okay, that's a question.
With hard working Vincentian. And I have no problem with anyone hustle. I have no problem with a young person hustle. I admire a young person hustle. I think as a hustler, you have a right to speak. You're a Vincentian. No matter who your parents are, you're right. You have a right to speak. My children have a right to speak, no matter who I am or who their mothers are, they have a right to speak, okay? But do you see anything wrong with some of us eating grass and some of us living in condos where where things are not equal? Well, things are not the same. One stands out, there's an outliner, but still, some eating grass and some living at the highest possible life when they're not 40 years old. Do you see anything wrong with that? Or you ain't going to see nothing wrong with that? Because we're advancing.
Okay, having answered the question, I'll say thank you very much for the time on your radio station today, Brother Bing, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one. All right, buddy? Because you ask it and you answer it.
Not surprised. Maybe tomorrow you might decide to answer. Maybe tomorrow you might decide to answer. Thank you, my brother. I love you, my brother. I love you. I love you. I love you. Comrade, I love you. Comrade, I love you. I love you, no comrade. I love you. I love you, comrade. I love you. I love you. And I love all the comrades who are doing the hustling and are making it. I love you guys. I love you guys. Especially if you're young. I love you. I love you. Comrade C and I, Marshall, I love you. I love you. You ain't going to tell me you love me back? You love me back. You love me back. Shady, let's take a quick commercial break. We come back, we got Council. But before we do that, let me tell you about what's happening at Chill Spot. Good morning to the guys at Chill Spot. Good morning. Good morning to my buddy, Lance at Chill Spot. Lance, boy, I don't know how you're making it, boy. Jesus Christ. You're getting mixed left, right, and coming. But hey, the people got to support you. Support Lance not just because of supporting sick, but because they've got the best food around. I have tried it, Shady. I've tried it many, many, many times. Unfortunately, my swagger, my buddy Swagger, he missed the bread and cheese. The sandwich, the cheese paste sandwich at Chill Spot. Remember this morning for breakfast at Chill Spot, they've got omelets, seafood omelets. They call me name. They, oh gosh, or they don't call me name with that seafood omelet there. Yeah. Vegetable meat lovers, saltfish bakes, boiled eggs, breakfast pizza. What's the difference between breakfast pizza and lunch pizza? Maybe they want to call us and tell us. Maybe they might send a difference for us. Yeah. Also, at Chill Spot today Monday, on the menu, you have Monday menu for the 25th of this month. Meat, stew, Vince's stew pork. Oh God, boy, Lyndon, boy, God, boy, Lyndon, why Lances do this to me, boy? Lyndon, why Lances do? Yeah, I got a story to tell all about Grant. Lyndon, boy, remind me to tell us about Grant, boy. Lyndon, boy, the man got serious inspiration there, boy. Buffet Vibes, Cartel Money, serious inspiration there. Vince's stew pork. I meet him there eating some Vince's stew pork the other day. I say, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing buddy Lyndon that. You can't be doing that. Grandma's Baked Chicken, also at Chill Spot today. Today at lunchtime. Old-fashioned fried chicken. Whoa, done the old-fashioned way at Chill Spot, yeah? Chini style curry roti at Chill Spot. Creole Jackfish at Chill Spot today. Curry goat at Chill Spot today. Barbecue roast chicken at Chill Spot today. Barbecue roast pork at Chill Spot today. Or you can get any of these sides, any 3 of these sides. Spinach rice, plantain fritters, steamed callaloo, potato salad, steamed vegetables, garden salad, and of course the soups are callaloo with beef and pigfoot sauce. Others drinks menus honey, no, this is not the drinks. Honey mustard barbecue wings, famous pizza. They've got their famous thin crust pizza. Pressy! I'm sorry, boy, I never got it wrong to give you that thin crust pizza, but I promise you, Pressy, I'm giving you the money to go and buy it. I taking you there myself. Man, you go in there, I taking you myself. I ain't trust you. I taking you myself, and you and I gonna sit down and eat a thin crust pizza. Pressy, yes. Pasta is also available there today. Burgers, their famous Chill Spot burgers are available today. Chicken fried rice, lau mein is available. You ever had that? Never had that. Yeah, you drop it. Seafood fried rice is available at Chill Spot today. And lau mein, yeah. Beef patties, you had that. We enjoy that. Not me laying down. Them they enjoy that. Them they enjoy that. Yeah. Yeah, Bakes the Boy. Now, I must confess, I had the boy. It is the coconut the boy. It's a real deal. All I need now is some local grind cocoa tea to go with that. And remember, whatever problems you have today, there's a tea for that at Chill Spot. If you like Cian Marshall and you don't want to talk and you don't want to answer me questions, there's a tea for that at Chill Spot today. All right? Local juices, Morby, sorrel, mango, golden apple, lemongrass, and lemon, all available at Chill Spot. And remember, there's a tea for that at Chill Spot. Cian, there's a tea for you not answering the question this morning. There's a tea for you at Chill Spot today. We're going to jump straight into Kongso. No time for Kongso. Is he backstage? No, all right, let's take a quick commercial break. Come right back. When we come back, Kongso will be here with us. We get going. Let's go straight to it. Deal with me, Shady.
Welcome to Chill Spot Bar and Grill, where cravings meet comfort all day.
Let's go! Boom 106.9, the sound setter of radio.
Ain't got no money back calling me splurge. Watch me jump right off the curb.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling now. Bend that over. Let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 106.9.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 106.9.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
For 40 years, we've refined the rhythm of beer, mastering the balance of bold and smooth, crafting flavors that echo through SVG. Between the limes and the laughter, we've carried our expertise across the Caribbean, one brew at a time, perfecting the process, deepening the craft, learning what makes beer not just tasted, but felt. And now, with all that we've learned, we bring you what's next. The next wave of refreshment, the next chapter in our story, the next taste to define a generation, not just another drink. This is the extension of who we are, the next experience, the next icon, imagined and brewed right here at home. It's not just what's next for us, it's what's next for you. It's what's beyond expectations. Own it, define it, make your mark. High Rune next. This is the extension of passion,
of possibility. High Rune, next. The future of beer. Made in St. Vincent and the Grenadines by the hands that have mastered the craft for 40 years.
Class, political opinion,
or any other status.
We are all Vincentians.
All Vincentians deserve to be treated equally in dignity, rights, and respect.
A message from Equal Rights, Access, and Opportunities, SVGA.
OMG in the morning.
Plain talk. Plain talk with Jumo Thomas.
So much things to say right now.
All you talk now on OMG.
Thanks, good morning to you. Before you jump in, I just wanna put on a caveat here this morning because I'm seeing it on the live. Shady, let me get something in my headphone there, please. I'm seeing it on the live, okay? You don't have to agree with someone. You don't necessarily have to agree with them, but you don't have to hate on them the way that you're hating on them, okay? And I'm speaking specifically about Cian Marshall. Cian Marshall, you don't have to agree with him, but you also don't have to hate on him. Not you, counsel. I'm speaking about Cian Marshall. I'm seeing people on the live talking about why Bing don't get him off the radio and all of that. This is a paid segment, okay? So it's not like that. Radio stations are not run by water, okay? So these segments are paid segments. So please, bear with us, understand what is going on. I know this is the silly season. I know this is the political season. I know we are all passionate about our politics here or there, whether ULP or NDP. But please, let us pull it in, reel it in a little bit, please. Okay? Thank you. Good morning to you, Council. How are you doing? Are you back from your assignment? You accepted the mission and you're back.
No, I'm not back. I'm getting close to coming home. I had a really excellent last 3 weeks. I had a chance to visit with my daughters, Jacksonville, one in Salt Lake City, Utah. And I just finished up my visit here with my daughter in New York. So anytime now, I would get back to home base. But it was really a great 3 weeks out. To be with family, to be with friends that I had not seen for a little while. While I left St. Vincent, the family had a tragedy. My brother, who was visiting, had a heart problem in St. Vincent, and he was taken to Milton Memorial Hospital. My family is very, very grateful for the doctors and nurses who attended him when he was there last Wednesday and Thursday. We had to medevac him out from Vincent to Miami. After Miami, got some medical attention there, and grateful to the fact that he's now back in his own home in New York City. So that was the high tension for last week that I alluded to. I think it was on Wednesday morning or Thursday morning. But we're grateful for that. Grateful for the fact that I had a chance, as I said, to spend with my daughters, Zinzili, Iana, and Desha. Very, very grateful for what so many people did to help us. You know, when I think about commitment from countries and leaders, I always see, you say sometimes you hear people say that politics is the art of the possible. Well, my sister is telling me that I must mention the effort that Zita Barnwell did, because there was no really other person in the family who was at home when my brother was stricken, and Zita really played a crucial role along with my brother's wife in helping to ensure that my brother got good care at the Milton Gator Memorial Hospital, and certainly to get him out.
Give thanks.
So I would be remiss if I didn't mention her. But Bing, I remember some years ago, I think it was 2018, when I sat as the Speaker of the House of Assembly, I had made a suggestion that the country should seriously think about banning bleaching cream. And before that got any kind of air, the Prime Minister got up and literally shut down the conversation by saying that, if you ban bleaching cream, where would you stop? And I brought that because in Salt Lake City, my daughter and I went to a diner, and I wanted a beer. And I'm in the 6th decade plus of life. And the young man says, well, yeah, you can get a beer, but you have to show me your card. The young man carded me, because the policy is that if you're going to buy alcohol, we need to see, right? I say that because around our schools, we have a real big problem with obesity now in our young children. And you can't get a commitment from the authorities to ban sugary drinks that are sold outside of schools. You can't get a commitment from the government to ban the importation of sugary drinks, which are having a huge impact on our people's lives. Here in the United States, it's really a place of contrast. And even having lived here for 21 years before I returned to St. Vincent, I am struck sometimes by the ways the east of the country is compared to the west of the country, because Jacksonville and New York, where I was and I am now, it's like night and day sometimes compared to the west. So, for example, in Utah, the roads are really almost impeccable. The streets, the malls, immaculately clean. And Utah is very picturesque. It's like Salt Lake City, like it sits within a volcano. I don't know if that's the physical structure or if it was an ancient volcano, but it's huge expanse, and all around there are mountains. And it really makes for a beautiful place. A lot of trails that I had a chance to walk with my daughter. One of the things that I think that I should mention is the fact that Salt Lake City is like about 4,800 feet above sea level. So that means when you're walking in Salt Lake City, you're actually above the height of La Soufrière. Just think about that for a minute. You're actually above the height of La Soufrière in St. Vincent. And then when you climb up on the mountains, it's really refreshing because the air begins to thin out and you get a feel. In fact, Salt Lake was the only place I was where I did not have a serious allergy attack, because the air is much thinner, the air is much cooler, and my air is much cleaner out there. Another thing that I noticed that is of some significance and relates to the health of our people, and it's something that worth adopting, is that the foods have less salt. The foods, like with the ice cream. Some people may not know that I am a lover of ice cream, because I try to talk health all the time, but the ice cream has much less sugar than on the East Coast, or certainly or in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The vast majority of the people I saw, and I was out most days, are of average weight. You don't see a lot of overweight people. You don't see a lot of obese people in Salt Lake, or when I was driving, even when I went up to Park City, which is a city, I think, to the west of Salt Lake, where they had the Winter Olympics in 2002, and they're gonna have it again in 2034. Very, very the build of the people, not a lot of excess pounds being carried around. And I thought that it's something that we need to emulate, some little things that we need to emulate, because if we were to do them, our population would be much healthier than we are now, because all of us know that we have a serious health problem in St. Vincent. Much of it has to do with what we consume. Much of it has to do with what we put in our mouths. But I have long said that I don't think that people in St. Vincent, or much people across the world, have an understanding that the way they become is directly related to what we put into our mouths, what we consume, what we eat, what we drink. It is true that some sections of the population have medical problems, kidney problems, thyroid problems, and that may cause for the retention of fluids. But the vast majority of us who are big or overweight or obese, fundamentally, our medical problem that derive from that reality come as a direct result of what we consume. So there's hope, and there's a way in which we can develop models of development that can redound to the benefit of the society. Because every time somebody goes to a hospital, once it's a public hospital, that's an expense that all of us have to bear. When somebody gets shot, they rush to the hospital, if they don't die and they need blood, medical personnel, doctors, nurses have to rush for them. If somebody develops diabetes and they're constantly with the doctor and they end up with an amputation, that's a cost that the society has to deal with. So I have always tried to live a life of moderation. I've always tried to live a life that is that don't harbor excesses. And I think that part of it is because I have been a decades-long yoga practitioner. I know the virtues of control. I have cultivated the virtues of control. And I just hope that more of us would do that, because I think if we were to do that, we would live a much, much better life. You know, you go to Europe. Remember, I think in 2019, I was in Madrid for a conference. And I remember being in Madrid for 7 days. And I don't think I saw a single obese person in Madrid.
Okay, Council, if you don't mind, we got to take a station ID. It's exact 8 o'clock. Just pause right there for a couple of seconds, please. Let's go. If you don't mind. Shady, let's go station ID at the top.
OMG in the morning, lighting up SVG on Boom 1069.
There's only one way to do it. Yeah. This is how we just do it. Last night wasn't your last night, but today could be your last day. So let me celebrate. Saturday. Yeah, yeah. Yesterday was yesterday, but tomorrow we don't know. So let we commemorate this day. Yeah. And let me do this one big, gigantic, bombastic. Let me do this big, real big, fantastic. So put your hand in the air and let me do this in grand style. In grand style, celebrate in a fine style. In fine style, let me do this huge, real huge. Let me do this monstrous, boisterous. All of us put something up in the air. Raise it for the world to see. Let me get every day in history. And embrace the moment. Let me cherish the moment and enjoy the vibe while me alive. And let me tell you, this no type of fighting, no feelings floating, only good vibes floating. That's what we talking, cause we don't have time to hate around here. You best get it there, yeah.
Are we back with Kongsu inside? Kongsu, you can continue, please.
Yeah, Bing. I was really about to end, and I just want to mention, having talked about Madrid in 2019, and then I was going to simply say that the same thing I saw when I was in Frankfurt last year, in Frankfurt, Germany. You know, people tend to have real control over their physical body, the discipline they demonstrate, the fact that people use a lot of public transportation, and there's a lot of bikes in those cities. Certainly in Europe, you see people going on bikes, and it's just something that I want our people to take on, you know, to think more about themselves and don't believe that you can simply wear bigger pants or bigger bra or bigger panties or bigger underwear. We need to get a handle, because if we don't take good care of ourselves, particularly in a situation like ours where many people don't have the wherewithal. I mean, when my brother was stricken in St. Vincent, he and his wife, and they had insurance, they had money. It cost them $42,000 to fly my brother out of St. Vincent. But many people don't have that. And $42,000 US dollars, actually. Many people don't have that. And the best way for us to forestall against those kind of difficulties is for us to take even better care of our health and make sure that we don't have those kind of difficulties. I know this is not one of the sexy topics that you probably wanted or that the listeners may have wanted, but I thought it important to talk about all of the things that I talk about this morning. So that's my take. Until we meet again.
Thank you very much, Kongsu. Appreciate it this morning. Thank you very much. Catch you tomorrow morning, same time. All right? Will you be in tomorrow?
Excuse me?
Will you be in tomorrow? Thank you very much.
More than likely.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Catch you there. Cool. Thank you. All right, Shady, let's go. Before we get ready to bring in the Prime Minister's press office, I wanna say something. I see Travis. Good morning to you, Travis, my friend Pink Panther, is making a comment on the live here, saying I'm gonna deal with it because these days I there's no use. We've been through so much in this station within the recent time, and sometimes you wonder, why. Yeah, take it back up for me, please. Thank you. Sometimes you wonder why. You got things to say, just say it. Just say it. So Travis is saying, I was shocked to hear that earlier this morning that he got $40,000 prime grant. I don't know who he's talking about. Let me go back up to scroll back up to see if I know who exactly he's speaking about. I have no respect. I'm reading from Travis, okay? You can't advocate. Hold on. Bing, your replacement got $40,000 of prime grant and never started a business. This is Travis speaking, Pink Panther. But on here running down the ULP every chance he gets. I hate hypocrites. No, Travis, my friend, Pink Panther, and of course you're always ready to call to defend your position, okay? I want to say to my friend Pink Panther, Travis, the Prime Grant is a grant that came from the taxpayers of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It was initiated by the government. It's a policy which was brought about by the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. No, not because I, Shady, Jill, I don't know who he's speaking about, fugitive, but I didn't receive any prime grants. Or anyone received, did you receive a prime grant, Shady?
No, I applied.
You didn't receive one? Okay. Well, whoever he's speaking about, received a prime grant, Travis, and I'm saying this in the best of ways, okay? Because you receive a prime grant, what does that mean? That you should not do critical analysis of your nation because you get a prime grant, so you should hush him out and do nothing and shut up and stand in a corner no matter what is going on. Is that what you're saying? Explain it to me, please, Travis, because make me understand, because the math's not added up. The prime grant did not come from the Minister of Finance's pocket. Neither did it come from the Prime Minister's pocket. It is a policy that was made by the government. It is taxpayers' money. It is money which came from the Taiwanese government or wherever. And as a result, no one should be told that because you speak out as a result of getting a prime grant, you're a hypocrite. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed, Travis, Pink Panther. I'm disappointed. That is like me saying, well, Travis, I give you something, and as a result, because I give you something, you should not have the ability, you should not have the right, you should have no way in all to say, Bing, you see what you did there? That was wrong. Because I give you a bottle of water. So because I give you a bottle of water, no matter what you see me doing, it is wrong. You know, when Kongsa came on, something he said or something Shady played, I don't know what it did, it instantly brought me back to last week. Last Friday would have been 1 week since we lost DJ Swagger. And I want to put some things to rest here. Okay? DJ Swagger, all this thing that are going around about Swagger, how many shots he got, his man unload bullets on him, and this, all of that is bull crap. I am speaking because I have knowledge of the autopsy report which was done by DJ Swagger. I have knowledge, in-depth knowledge of DJ Swagger autopsy's report. DJ Swagger only received one shot to the back of his head. Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, as others would have led you to believe. One shot. But there are people out there who setting and peddling this notion that Swagger received 4, 5, 6, and gunman shot him twice and came back out to the car and shot him up again on the gun. That is not true. Let me clear the air. The family is not knowing that I'm doing this. I am doing this because DJ Swagger is a member of the Boom family, and I have a responsibility to clear the air. DJ Swagger only got one shot to the back of the head. No more. None in his leg, none in his upper body, none in his arm, none in his chest, none in his back. One shot is what killed DJ Swagger. And everywhere I'm hearing this thing peddling about gunman came out and offload bullets on him and he got 7 shots, and not true. The autopsy report and Mama Six, please bear with me here, because I'm doing this because this thing is going along too much now. I saw a report in the Searchlight newspaper. Journalism you can trust. An article in that story saying that how many shots he got. DJ Swagger received 1 shot. 1 shot, and 1 shot only, that killed him in the back of his head. The other damages he received was he fell and his elbows and knees was bruised. That's all. I also saw a photograph of him after the autopsy. And that 1 shot, all that you saw was DJ Swagger well groomed, haircut well, nicely groomed, as handsome with his as ever, and blood coming out on the back of his head. 1 shot, 1 shot only. So let us please clear that up now and stop demonizing. I don't know what DJ Swagger was involved in. I can't say. I wasn't there. I do not know. But I'm saying, let us stop peddling. Let us stop peddling this thing. Let us stop peddling it, please. For the family's sake. The guy is in the ground. The guy is not even in the ground yet. A dead man cannot defend himself. But there are people who are alive who knows better. And it is our duty to defend what took place and what we know. The doctor who did the autopsy said Swagger, they call him Gasroy, died from 1 shot and 1 shot only. 1 shot. That's what the person who did the autopsy said. 1 shot only to the back of the head. Nothing else. He had no other bullet wounds. He had no other shots. Nothing else was done to him. I needed to clear that up. Because it's important, because bad news spread like wildfire. And as a result, families get hurt, friends get hurt, people get scared, people get worried, people get thing, and all sort of things start happening. As it's happening now, you're hearing it spreading like wildfire, you're hearing all kind of things, and people, and as a result, staff believing and this and that, and it is not the case. I saw an article in the Guardian in Trinidad which said that DJ Swagger was shot in the station. This also was not true. We gotta prepare for the candy man. Hey, Ras John, morning buddy. Ras John to come. We gotta record it for Ras John. Ras John had an interesting did you see that? Did you see Ras John thing? Huh? Yeah. Ras John, you can go in the people them thing and try and mash up the people them thing. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? We're getting all that and more this morning, and so much more this morning. All that and more. Plus some more this morning. You're gonna hear Ras John. Like I said, I reached out to my buddy Storm, category 5. I said, Storm boy, my mind wasn't there. I wasn't paying attention to much of what is going on that side of the front. I woke up yesterday morning or day before yesterday morning, I see a whole set of people sending me WhatsApp with Storm owning this and owning that and owning that. All right, Yaga, play tune. One say Yaga, play tune, Shady. Play tune. Shady don't want to play coming tune, Shady. You cross over the more you can. Shady. Let's go, folks, let's go. Let's go, folks. Let's go. Let's go, folks. Let's go. He's here.
She tell Angelina go.
Oh, Lord, boy. Lord of mercy. Why?
Dagger down.
Why? Shady, it's you in a Shady, it's you.
Oh, no.
It's you, Shady, it's you.
What a beautiful Monday morning it is. St. Vincent, the sun rise up, and the fire is gonna blaze today again.
The port dropping yet?
The fire burning.
The port is gonna drop in soon.
The port is gonna sink by the end of the month.
We got a couple more days. Yeah.
Get your shots in. Get your June shots in now.
You could always stop and talk.
All you go and go down there and
port
take
was
yourself
built
by the
on
port.
Sun, sinking
Yeah.
sun.
Yeah. The sinking port. Please go and take your selfies down by the port now, because you want to be able to tell your children and your grandchildren. You know, I was there.
Before the rally. Before the rally. This is before the rally. Before the rally. The big rally.
Well, hold on a second. Let me do something here. 1 second.
Yeah.
Comrade Shady. My comrade. Oh, gosh, comrade. You see yesterday? You saw that yesterday?
What happened yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. On the radio.
What happened yesterday, Shady? What happened yesterday?
Yeah.
You keeping things on me?
Shady, you saw it yesterday?
You keeping things on me, Shady? What happened yesterday? What? You well know what you're talking about. You well know what you're talking about. All the you have people treacherous.
Big yesterday, the people of Central Leeward came out in their numbers to confirm their confidence in Dr. Orlando Brewster to be the candidate for the Unity Labour Party again in this upcoming election. And they didn't just come out. Man, they party. They carry on. I had to send them a message. I say, all they behave all the time, man. All they carry on too bad. You know what I mean? All they moving too. We ain't want the people them feel bad so early. You know what I mean? We want them continue to feel like, let them continue fool themselves. Because, you know, Vincentian people never fool NDP, you know. Vincentian people never tell them they're going to vote for you all, you. But they keep fooling themselves. And then when they realize the people now vote for them, they might cost the people, as usual. So the costing don't start already. But it was fantastic last evening in Central Leeward. So we have the confirmation of Dr. Brewster.
Hey, Shady. So that was confirmed, that is done and ready to go? Shady, come on, Shady. Come on, Shady. Come on, Shady. Another losing one.
Dr. Brewster is the candidate, man. He's an excellent era rep. I gotta bring him on the program and boom in the morning, but man, I don't know.
Where you running for?
It's not run we running. Is that we never show when you're there. You know what I mean? We never show when you're there. Remember, anytime things start to get hot, NDP just pull you off the radio, you know. Anytime this feeling getting too much licks, they pull you off. They tell you, Bing, you gotta relax a little bit, man. Bring in the other one that people don't listen to.
He laugh. The count 1, 2, 3.
Lord God. But yeah, we gotta get Dr. Brewster on the program because he's been doing a lot of work.
I would like to ask a question of Dr. Brewster. That big white tent down at the tarmac. What's the situation with that? What is that for? People want to.
We went live on the Prime Minister's page a few days ago in relation to that. Sometime last week, I think. The tent is being used as a sort of a hub for the prefabricated homes that are coming in. These are coming from Trinidad. So we had some that came in from Guyana, and we've already erected a number of those this year, some last year and some this year, out of Guyana. And we're continuing with the rebuilding. Remember earlier on in the year, a certain commentator and certain commentators on radio couldn't fathom how we could build so many homes in 1 year. And I had to call in and remind people that we're technology. We have technology, yeah. Technology.
So all the promoters, the events organizers who already would have had permission to use the space, that throw it because none can happen there again.
Yeah, I love how all of those operate, all the NDP people just be so concerned about the people in Union Island and Canawan and all over who ain't have a roof over their head and they need somewhere to sleep. But the minute we say we're solving that problem, it is more important to have a fete. You know what I mean? You're concerned about
No.
Yeah?
Having a fete is part of remember the government can't employ everybody, you know. So people have to. Yeah. And I talking to you too. I talking to you too. Remember, I have plenty roots in Union. My roots in Union Island go deep in.
Chat to me back. You know, can't chat to me.
Small back.
Talk to Shady. Look, Shady right next to you. Every minute you're asking Shady, your house fixed yet? Your house built back
Shady,
yet?
if your house fixed yet? They fix your house. Answer me. And you didn't hear every morning. Yes, comrade. Up to now, they ain't touch your house yet. But you didn't hear where the hypocrite serve. Shady, your house fixed yet? Answer clear. Your house fixed yet, Shady? Shady. And every morning they call it, my comrade. Look at you ain't no shame. Dog eat your conscience, Shady. Dog eat your conscience. They ain't touch your house yet. They put piece of lumber living up next to your structure yet.
Glad to hear we're resolving the thing. And imagine Shady feels so good to hear we fixing the thing now.
The Shady place ain't get touched yet.
Yeah, but we're trying to fix it now, but you want a fete instead. You ain't want Shady get
So for Shady house to get fixed, you have to put up a tent on the tarmac? That's what you're saying?
Well, we got.
Why you put the tent on the Union Island Airport?
Oh, and where the planes go land?
What do you mean where the planes go land?
Union Island Airport is.
So there's nowhere at all in Union Island that you can put the tent.
Lord God. So are we gonna build all the homes in Union Island?
You gonna build all the whole them up here? All the houses up here?
All the homes. We gotta build them across the country. So when we put it in Union Island, we pay money. They come in at the port in Simmons, right? We will pay money to ship all of them to Union Island. And then when we need them back on Beckway or Canawan or on the mainland, we pay money to ship them come back up. That's why all in the government, because they ain't got sense.
It's sent Shady Hawaii, his house ain't touched yet. Shady still live outside. Shady come into work every day sneezing. You live outside still. And every morning you come in, comrade Shady. I love you, my comrade Shady. And the foolie over there. Yes, comrade.
Fix your house. That is the NDP people. That is all.
Remember, it's a cult all they running in. It's a cult. All they don't mess with the people's mind in the party. My comrade Shady. Yes, comrade. But he live outside. Up to now, he can't even get some matter. Yes, comrade. I love you, comrade. Oh, comrade, I'm not worried. Yes, comrade. Meanwhile, the low-hanging fruit. Shady, ask for a condo. Why don't you ask for a condo? They can't give you a house. Ask for a condo out of the country. No.
Shady,
you ain't gonna get no condo out of the country.
Big rather money pull up, man. He want you get nowhere to live.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ask for a condo out of the country, somewhere north of St. Vincent. Tell Shady say, I don't want my house in Union Island. I want a condo north of St. Vincent. North. Like up in all them places, Jamaica, Miami,
like
Cuba, all
North.
them places. All them places, I want a condo. I want a condo, Shady. What, you ain't good enough? You ain't good enough to get a condo? Why? Why you ain't good enough? I respect Miami North. I respect a man hustling now.
Miami is in the south, man. Miami in the
I
south.
respect a north of it. I respect people hustle.
You gotta go up.
I respect people hustling now.
Miami is in the south.
What I don't understand is that while others are hustling doing well, some like Shady they here eating grass and catching hell. That is what I don't get. Over to you, buddy. I love you. Over to you.
We say who doing well up in Toronto, like we
Let me don't go there. Don't go there.
Gone up in Toronto again.
Oh, that's what you did. I thought all they say was east. I thought it says east.
It takes us east.
East.
Wake Alpha. I called to listen to you talk.
I turn off my mic. I cut off my mic.
Turn off your mic, man.
You shamed.
Yeah, your partner gone up in his condo again in Toronto. Dr. Friday. A year ago, he promised the people of Union Island $100,000. Boy, you know, if this thing wasn't so sad, it would have been funny. They didn't lead the opposition and say, it's not going to do. A well-off man, you know, the man not a broke man, you know, not only he got money, all his friends them got money, all his friends them are millionaire. This time hit, the man say, you know what? I don't worry yourself, right? I'm going to come up with $100,000 and I'm gonna get this money to y'all. Especially since your children need to go back to school. 100,000 guaranteed. No worry all yourself, right? I got you. The man jump on a plane and go on vacation. An expensive vacation the man gone for the man go and spend money. Well, I say he going come back with a trailer load of money. The man go and pack some container and he can come back. The man come back empty-handed, the man go home and relax and chop his foot and thing. The man asked him for 100,000, man, say which 100,000 I chat about. You don't remember that? We went to have some margaritas in Toronto. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, I call on the radio, I say what happened to the money? Lavon King, my friend Lavon King, calling right after me. Lavon say, what's wrong with Candyman? Candyman, I know it have 3 terms. In a school year, it have 3 terms. And we didn't mean September. We were talking about January because January is the hardest time. The kids got to go back to school in January. January come and gone. Friday, forget about 100,000. Lavon, forget about 100,000. All right. Even she said 3 terms. So I said, well, maybe it could be after Easter done. Then 100,000 are come. No, 100,000. School opening Monday coming. Not today. This coming Monday. School opening. You know, Friday gone, Canada again. The man gone on vacation again. This is the time, this period before school reopens. Dr. Friday should have been making his presence felt to the people who got send the children back to school in Union Island, in Canawan and these areas. Who want the $100,000 that he promised them? Nobody walk out the coast and go ask Friday for no money. Nobody check Friday for no help because they know he ain't going to help. Everybody went to Ralph, right? He walked out his coast, boasted, brave, to offer $100,000. And a year later, he gone on vacation again. He gone in Toronto to enjoy himself. You know, and talking about he's so concerned about the people.
Human being here, but
He gonna bring back the $100,000? And Bing, will you hold him to account? I know Joe Moen gonna hold him to account for no $100,000. Joe Moen, that Skittles still in the back.
Don't call him man no Skittles. Don't call him man no Skittles.
Yeah. Friday whitewash the people in the Southern Grenadines. That's why he hanging out with Kishore now.
Don't call nobody no
whitewash.
Don't do that.
Yo, why the NDP is a bad-minded party? That is a bad-minded thing to do to people. When they're done, you promise them money to help. The people that never come to you. The people get their hopes up. The people are depending on you to get their hopes up. You promise, and you don't even have the decency to come back and say, boy, dog, cat, you know, me not come up with the money. Give me a little extra time. You don't have the decency. Them can't even ask you about it. You have the arrogance, to carry on with this thing, and you're gone again. Ralph Gonsalves has never been on vacation since burial hit. Since burial hit, Ralph Gonsalves, the Prime Minister, has never taken a vacation. On his birthday, he gone to meet the people in the Grenadines. On his wedding anniversary, he gone to meet the people in the Grenadines. The man working 24/7. Friday has been on vacation twice. And not once has he delivered on what he's promised. Not one, not even one. Not even one Friday. Not one. You can't get one. But don't worry yourself.
Mr. Weeks will be with you in a bit, okay? Thank you and please.
Don't worry yourself. If you can't get one, you will get 6. Oh, you hear, Mats? Mr. Weeks, good morning to you, my brother. And you're gonna come hard this morning. I just a little pumped up and thinking, I mean, I'm a lot pumped up. I'm sorry, not a little. I'm a lot pumped up because Central League would have me going right now, you know what I mean? If all the thought I was going to win something, all they going to win second place. They could get third place on the pole.
Well, you is jumping in.
Come on, Shady.
Jumping in the pole, boy. You is jumping in.
I'm not getting them vexed this morning, but it's all right. Like Friday, like Travis tell them, all is just running a hate Ralph campaign, and you can't win with that. But you don't have anything else to run on. You know what I mean? You don't got anything else to run. Right now, ULP is cooking. All of you, I tell all you. All of you. Lavon King, Major Leacock, my brethren, Bigger Bigs up in Says. Bigger Bigs can't get one vote in Says for NDP. Not one. Not one. Not his neighbor on the left, not his neighbor on the right. Not a soul. Bigger Bigs fed up cause Says people. All you do cause Says people. Yo, listen to me. The Unity Labour Party is cooking right now. You could smell it all the way down the road. You could smell it coming out of Labour kitchen. Don't worry. We will serve you, and we're serving you 6 portions this time around. I don't know if you got any question you want to ask me, but
Somebody told me to send some chairs down, and I should check with you to find out about the chairs and them. A certain post in Canada. A certain consul general. I said I'm going to ask him on the radio because I know he can't get away with what I'm going to ask him on the radio.
Okay.
What's going on with them there?
The chairs have been distributed again. I got a big up our consul general in.
Wait. So all done distributed, all done gone?
ELL all gone. They're gone.
Messages still right.
They're gone all over the place. They distributed to some schools, get some government offices, even the workers out at the housing warehouse. That old Jesco warehouse dinner. They got some nice, comfortable chairs, new chairs to sit on, thanks to Consul General Huggins out of Toronto. Between Fitz and Luther, they are 2 of the hardest working Consul Generals in the history of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Shady, come on, bring the applause, man. Bring the applause, man. Come on, bring the applause.
The only applause you should be playing is for when your house get fixed. You still live a dough in Union Island. You still playing applause. You still live a dough. The men care about you, Shady. Tell me you are going to condo. You are going to condo. You still live a dough. You still live a dough.
No, you ain't worried about that, man. You are a party. You and the promoters, them eat a food, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You could live outside, and we outside. Not
everybody outside.
No, we outside. Yeah. No, but I'm gonna get the housing minister to come and boom and thing. I know you I know you crazy people wouldn't want to hear the figures.
I don't banter to those
Many
people.
people
I don't banter to those people.
Huh?
I don't banter to those people. I do me.
No, you don't cater to them. You bring on people like Jomo and so on to cater to them.
Jomo's got a segment, just like you got a segment.
Yeah. No, but Jomo segment is to them. It's specifically to feed them.
And yours is to feed who?
The minds of the people who love information. The winners.
Shady, I laugh.
I come for the winners.
Shady, have a laugh. We have a laugh effect.
I come for the winners. I come for the winners. And occasionally, I come to whip them. Shady with the whip. Occasionally, I come to share licks. Ow! Give me 6 of that. 6 of that. Ooh, 6 of that.
I'm gonna have to put up with this right down until the end of the year, Shady. Right down till the end of the year, Shady. This is punishment. This is pain and suffering I have to put up with. Pain and suffering I have to put up with. Pain and suffering. North Leeward. Orgasm going on in North Leeward. Keeping that on the front burner. How much stone crush? We all the stone them there. Any more stone in North Leeward or the whole thing don't come down?
Is the stones that coming down to the sinking foot? What we are doing right? What we're doing right now?
I have one question to you. All the stone and them that crush and pull down in North Leeward, where they? Because the port done, so where the stone them there? And where the stone them there? Where they going? Where they gone? Where the stone them there? North Leeward. Let me keep that on the front burner.
No, seriously though, I want to explain that little bit of information there. That's concerned. Those stones from the quarry. What we're doing with the port right now is we initially built the port on sand, on sinking sand. And you realize it's sinking. So we're bringing this stone them. And what we do, we are heist up the port and shove stone under there. So it's not going to sink. We're trying our best. Right? So
where the stones that came from the quarry, where they? Did they don't North Leeward pack up? Are they packed up there to ship out? What are they? Can locals have access to them? Are they still, stones are still mining in North Leeward? What is the situation in North Leeward? Or Gaza man still having sex in North Leeward in the quarry? We need to know. Why are you not answering these questions? Why are you not answering these questions?
We don't want the port sink, so we check up the port to them, you know what I mean? We send them down, you know.
What is the position of the quarry in North Leeward? Are they still having sex and orgasm in North Leeward? What is the position? Can you please answer these questions for us, please?
Well, I'm told that they got a big order from a certain member of the opposition for you want half of the stone that day. Say you got a church next to him that.
Mr. Weeks, please come on and get this guy off the radio, please.
Put the whip.
Come on, get this guy off the radio for me, please. Shady, don't play that. Shady, you live out the door. Shady, you ain't no shame in it. You live out the door. You're a typical black man. You're out the door slave. Shady, you're an out the door slave.
The man order half of the stone them big. The man said the church I know him. So he guy deal with it this way. You know what I mean? You know, I gotta get off the radio, man. Come on.
Look sharp, please, and thank you. Shady, you're out of those slave. The man coming on here every morning. Come on, Shady. But your house there on the ground down in Union Island. Nobody ain't touching it. Nobody ain't care. They don't care about you. Shady, tell them you want a condo. You want a house in Union. You want a condo.
The minute I tell him, I'm going to fix your house, he say, what happened to the promoters? We all doing. We all doing for the promoters. Oh, God. Shady don't have no friend. Watch your back. Watch your back for this guy. Watch your back. Bugger shit, that's them. What is under my nose?
You're out, buddy. You're out. Thank you. Catch you tomorrow morning. I enjoy having you back, buddy. We'll be here for a while. Thank you, buddy. Appreciated it. Thank you. All right, tell you what, let's jump straight into Mr. Weeks one time.
Time to connect with the most loved man on radio. Sir Lancelot is in the building.
Mr. Weeks, as you know, you got to call 455-1069. It's clearer, it's more, it's the clarity, the sound is everything is better. Call us on the fixed line, Mr. Weeks, 451-1069. 455-1069, that's the number. 455-1069. 455-1069. Mr. Weeks, 455-1069. 455-1069 as we wait, Mr. Week. Someone said, Onisian was stupid enough to something Chester. I bet his council rule. What? Oh Lord, see, and they coming after you now. Candies and mulatto. Question. Onisian was stupid enough to go after Chester or something like that. I bet his council role is next topic. Boy. Oh, here comes Mr. Weeks, Mr. Lansford Weeks. Here we go. Let's go. Mr. Weeks, good morning to you. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Bing.
Good morning.
Welcome back to Morning Radio.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Mr. Weeks. And welcome back.
Good morning, Shady.
Morning, Mr. Weeks.
And greetings to all those who are listening. Being this morning, I want to use my short stay here to extend condolences to the family of the late Gastroy Ferguson, DJ Swagger. It's the first time I've been here since his death. So I really want to extend condolences to his relatives and his friends and to you and your staff, Bing, where he worked. And to say that all these gun-toting criminals, whether you're going after a DJ working at a radio station or you are a DJ working at a radio station, that we need to condemn all these acts of terrorism, because to shoot at a crowd is terrorism in my opinion. To wheel a gun over a man lying on the ground is terrorism. I just hope that my wishes for those responsible can gather the evidence and the prosecutors can open up all this evidence in front of a judge and in some cases a jury, and justice will be served. Thank you, Bing. Have a great week, man.
Thank you very much, Mr. Weeks. That's all. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Really do. Thank you. All right, that was Mr. Lansford Weeks, the most loved man on radio. All right, tell you what, we're going to jump. We got some time. Ask John, the man who created some storm. Ask John, we got him there? Ask John. Now, apparently, one Mr. Simon Green had a lecture. And all they know how to place Ras John already. He can't hold him out. Ras John Martin had a cover. He have no decorum. He ain't care what he did. What comes to his head, what is in his mind, he will speak it. And so Ras John went to this lecture series, and Ras John had things on his mind with regards to agriculture and other things that he wanted to say. He had things boiled up. It was in him. You know, when you've got stuff in you that you really want to get out, and you just have to get out, and you just needed to exhale. Well, Ras John wanted to exhale. He didn't care who was there. He didn't care if it was the Prime Minister, the Minister of Agriculture, the Minister of Finance, the Minister of the leader of the opposition. He did not care. He had things that he wanted to clear on his chest, from his chest. And rightly so. We are a democratic country. And we should be allowed to speak. And Mr. Green, a man who I have lots and lots of respect for, I was a bit disappointed. Because your lecture series, the topic of your lecture series is very interesting, but yet you tried to stop Mr. Ras John from speaking. You try to shut him down, Mr. Green. And I'm saying this because I have lots of respect for you. I'm not saying it in any way that will put you down. I'm saying let the people speak, Mr. Green. You are a man that came from that era where democracy ruled and the freedom of speech ruled. And it was important for people like you, Mr. Green, to have freedom of speech. And when Ras John got up and started talking, immediately you tried to shut him down. Immediately. And I was quite disappointed in you, Mr. Green. And if you don't believe me, if you think that, hey, Bing doesn't know what he's talking about, Bing missed something, Bing didn't catch something, I'm going to play it for you. Shady, bring Ras John at the lecture put on by Mr. Green.
Dealing with a regime that mentioned agriculture is have to pass, and they have proven it. You see, all our teachers is gone. The Minister of Agriculture, which I think he don't have any shame, which agriculture give him scholarship to go to school and working for agriculture, and he destroying agriculture because
let me not take it to that level, that personal level.
Our country is badly managed by the regime. Agriculture is gone.
Yeah.
Totally. Sabutunada. You know what I'm saying? And it is very difficult for we to bring back agriculture under this management. Because this management want to import everything, turn our agriculture land into like carries, give them way to tourism, our top farming, marijuana industry, give it to the white people, them, Renault and Kelly Glass and all those big guys, and the traditional farmers and donkey trade. It's ridiculous.
Remember, we're not having a political meeting, eh?
Not political meeting.
So let me take it to a level.
The reality thing. Because if you can't deal with the reality of this stuff,
yes,
you will not get the solution. And if you have the bad management, how can you get the solution? The roads, the feeder roads, ain't good. You can't go to your farm. So much penalized me. You can't have a goat, you can't have a sheep. It's terrible, man. And we have the agriculture minister, which is here. I glad he's here.
All right, Russ.
So I only hope he could take back the message to his master and tell his master they're doing a terrible job.
All right.
Did you all get that? Shady, you got that? You got my buddy Ras John there? No. For those of you who do not know who Ras John is my landscaper. All right? Ras John is passionate. Sometimes he gets too passionate, I have to cut him and run him. He is the most passionate person when it comes to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The lands of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, he say our fertile soil. Rasan tell me, Bing, if you put a nail in the ground in St. Vincent, it will grow and it will bear fruit. And we have it here messing around. Now, mind you, Ras John was one of the man who came from the real ULP. Ras John was one of the man who came and put the ULP into office. But somewhere along the line, Ras John realized, things ain't going right. And Ras John have been speaking out privately, and it's the first time that he has came out in a forum like this and spoke his mind. People, all they come to the live, I'm going to play it again. Listen to Ras John. And as much as Simon Green tried to shut him down at that forum that took place last week, Simon Green begged him and said, this is not a political meeting. Now it's not the place for that. Ras John couldn't care because Ras John thinking about country. He's thinking about agriculture. He's thinking about the poor farmers. He's thinking about people who are suffering. Not those who can build condos. He's thinking about the people who are struggling. Please, all you come on the live, listen to Ras John again. I am begging you, come not just here, but see Ras John. See his demeanor. See how passionate he was. See how he was like a bulldozer. They were trying to shut him down. They even tried to take away mic, turn off his mic. Ras John said, I'm not stopping. You got to listen to me. Let the Minister of Agriculture go back and tell his master what we are experiencing as farmers. Hit me, Shady, hit me. Ras John again, here we go. Ras John again.
Dealing with a regime that mentioned agriculture is have to pass, and they have proven it. You see, all our teachers is gone. The Minister of Agriculture, which is which I think he don't have any shame, which agriculture give him scholarship to go to school and working for agriculture, and he destroying agriculture because
brother, let me not take it to that level, that personal level.
Our country is badly managed by the regime. Agriculture is gone.
Yeah.
Totally. Sabutunala. You know what I'm saying? And it is very difficult for we to bring back agriculture under this management. Because this management want we import everything, turn our agriculture land into like carries, give them way to tourism, our top farming, marijuana industry, give it to the white people, them, Renault and Kelly Glass and all those big guys, and the traditional farmers and down the drain. It's ridiculous.
Remember, we're not having a political meeting, eh?
Not political meeting.
So let me take it to, now let me take it a level.
The reality of the thing. Because if you can't deal with the reality of this stuff, you will not get the solution. And if you have the bad management, how can you get the solution? The roads, the feeder roads, ain't good. You can't go to your farm. So much penalized me. You can't have a goat, you can't have a sheep. It's terrible, man. And we have the agriculture minister, which is here. I glad he's here.
All right, Russ.
So I only hope he could take back the message to his master and tell his master they're doing a terrible job.
All right.
What's your take on this? 455-1069. Let's take your call. Let's see what you got to say about what Ras John just had to say. And also what the Candyman had to say. And also what the Marshal had to say. And also what Chester had to say. Come on, let's go. 455-1069. Do you agree with Ras John? Do you disagree with Ras John? Yeah? Was he brave enough? They tried to shut him down and all that. Good morning to you, buddy. Good morning.
Man, I want to say big up Ras John. I say it on my personal Facebook page too. Big up Ras John. The fowl finally come home to roost. And Ras John is not talking from them say man experiencing whatever. And he man have to talk about it. But what stood out to me is the man in the daishiki shot the who trying to silence Ras John. He should shame for having a daishiki. To be honest. Because Ras John talking his facts, Kelly Glass and all of them come and get the prime real estate and getting marijuana opportunities to exploit our natural resources. And people like Ras John and them only getting the crumbs, and then they have these house Negroes like the one who trying to shut down Ras John. Them they should be ashamed of themselves being. It's people like them the way St. Vincent would never flourish. Because they would prefer see Ras John eat crumbs. But the outsiders come and living way better than we. Look, Kelly Glass, I tell the people don't back with them and make too much noise. Just now they go can't play music don't back with them. And I would not be surprised if Kelly Glass don't run for politics in the near future. His speed here go with. And the same one of them go jump up and say, yeah, you're Vincent Chan, because you guess what, you go sit down and eat out a calabash. And they go say, you're authentic. But I beg up Ras John, and there's a lot of other people need to wake up to the people them down hospital need to stand up and talk like Ras John. The people them in ministry need to stand up and talk like Ras John. In every angle, the people them out Argyle, any control tower who have to jog water 4 flows up for flush toilet when water gone. Because they don't have a tank pandy. All you see what happened to America up here when they, and I hate to compare America to St. Vincent, but he control tower is the most important part of the airport, eh? And you have to take them people they serious. But nobody ain't talking about that because guess what? We done muzzle all the public servants. Remember Storm done tell them the day's number, no? Remember Ralph and Storm done orchestrate. That's Facebook posted for instill fear but also distract us from going on in the country. If I think Storm did that by himself, I'll better think again. You help me playing chess. Well, are we playing checkers, Anna? Big up yourself here. If Water State have to continue to do if Water State have to do. But we have to really wake up. And a lot of intentions know we're going on, Anna, but guess what? Opola was than thief and we uphold a lot of nastiness. Look at the police. We mash up him the other day. Nobody ain't saying nothing. I want to see the one.
I got that to come. Don't go there. Don't go there. You can come back with that.
All right.
Yeah. 45510. Grant Connell, you're a farmer. What do you have to say? Do you agree or do you disagree with Ras John? Do you agree or do you disagree with Ras John 4551069? My friend and comrade. What do you have to say? Do you agree or disagree with Ras John? Do you agree or do you disagree with Ras John? Good morning, Doug. Good morning, buddy. Good morning.
Good morning, Bing.
Good
Welcome
morning.
back.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Shady. Good morning.
Morning, Doug.
Bing.
Yes, sir.
I had to make a stop to the land of my boat last week. So, in and out real quick. And I want to tell you something. I made a new friend in St. Vincent. And I think is a real and genuine friend he is going to be. 30-something years old. And he is a farmer, both traditional and otherwise. And I'm telling you, what Rash John said is as true as it's going to be. Now, a lot of people don't like to hear the truth. But what Rash John said about the field of roads in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I happened to drive around this time here last week. I was on my way to a portion of land in the Mesopotamia Valley. And the roads going up to the water catchment is very bad. But it is a lot better than it was about 20 years ago. But it is terrible still going up there, not being taken care. And it's one of the better roads. You don't want to see the bad ones. So what Ras John is talking about, the feeder roads to get your produce out. So both of us sitting there, he knows it's true. And he said he is going to do something about it. I heard him said so in Parliament, that he is going to do something about it. But after 25 years is when you now decide you're going to do something about it. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Now, my good friend Cian Marshall, I can't understand it. Now, he has 99,000, almost 100,000 names to call. Why you have to tell everybody that Doug Howard? I am not the people who he is contesting against. I live in the United States. I got Trump. I got enough to deal with up here with Trump. Why he is coming and telling people Doug Howard say? Why? Go defend yourself without talking about Doug Howard. You're in government for 25 years, Cian. Go and defend that. Don't come and say Doug Howard say. And he says, this is what Cian Marshall said. He said, I will continue to talk about the NDP. And when they was in government past 25 years ago, remember, 80%.
Hello, Dub? Hello?
80%. Yes, sir.
Hey, you dropped out there.
You hearing me?
Yeah. Bring it home for me, please.
80% of the prisoners in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is people. 80% of them, mainly men, young men, is part of the education revolution in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. 80% of the prisoners, I didn't say so. The man who in charge of the prisoner, Mr. Bailey, he said it. He gave the age of them. Have a good day, Bing.
Thank you, my brother. I want to hear what my friend Grant Connell have to say about what Grass John said. Is he in agreement or he is not in agreement? Because you're a farmer, Grant. Simon Green tried to shut him down, but Ras Gun didn't have nothing. He wasn't going for it. He decided he's going to talk. And if you know Ras John, no matter where you sit to him, you can't stop him. What do you have to say? 4551069.
9 o'clock.
Huh?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, we got to go to the top. Listen, we got so many videos. We got some other videos to come when we come back. Tracy, come back. Well, let's take a call when we come back. Call at 455-1069 Truth Seeker. Let's go to the top and come right back. Shady, take me to the top and come right back. Here we go.
The time is 9 a.m. This time check is brought to you by Simply Natural Coconut Oil. Proudly distributed by Facey Trading, SVG Limited. OMG in the morning, lighting up SVG on Boom 1069.
Macho man, you're causing a lot of trouble around this place, you know. But you see, I'm not gonna take it. Really ain't going to stand for it. Every time I get a woman, somebody always take her and gone. But I ain't gonna stand for this. I'm not gonna take it. I taken with somebody, woman. I really didn't want to cause confusion. I taken with somebody, woman. And I know it's going to cause confusion. I taken with somebody, woman. So I don't care if it cause confusion. And there are those who feel they are so macho. But when you're leaving, you can't leave your woman alone. 'Cause I'll be right there. I'm gonna be right there. I taken with somebody, woman. I really didn't want to cause confusion. I taken with somebody, woman. And I know it's going to cause confusion. I taken with somebody, woman. So I don't care if it causes confusion. Carnival is a good opportunity for me. The time when men are run around like them crazy. That's the time I will strike. The time I'll take away somebody, woman. I really didn't want it cause confusion. I taken with somebody, woman. And I know it's going to cause confusion. I taken with somebody, woman. So I don't care if it causes confusion.
I think it was this weekend we had the passing of this brother. Was it this weekend? On the weekend?
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, I received a message from Jules Williams that Godfrey had passed. It's you know, last night, since the passing of DJ Swagger, I have not had a chance to really had a good ball. Last night, I called Mario. What did he call me? And he was telling me about a situation with him. And I just broke down. And Mario, I just broke down. I was like, it went on for almost an hour. I just broke down. Charles, good morning to you. Good morning,
good morning, Bing. Good morning, Shady. First, let me say condolences to the family of my boy. They just touched the touch player, they Godfrey.
Godfrey Dublin, yes.
Yeah, Godfrey Dublin, and you guys at Boom with Swagger and everybody. Yeah. Bing, you played a clip from Ross John in that part of the meeting, right? I would like for you to play Because if Ross John wasn't making sense with what he's saying, I would like you to play the clip what Mr. Soboto was talking about, and let us see if that is in any way of agriculture and what Ross John was speaking about.
There's no connectivity between what he was talking about. He talking about man who making clothes and cloth and
You
Rasta
hear?
wearing fubu and all
That
them
is
kind of
that
thing.
is but that is the thing I'm saying. That is the thing I'm saying, and you're trying to
Soboto
shut down
try
a man who's
red
speaking
herring.
about
He
reality.
tried thing. Don't blame him.
You're shutting down the man.
Don't blame him. He tried thing.
Speaking,
Don't blame him. Don't blame
this
him.
guy trying to
I might
shut
have
him
tried
down.
something too. I might have tried something. He tried thing.
And you know, Bing, I would like you know, the words of the great Martin Luther King. No Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. The words of the great Malcolm X is coming to hit us now, you know. What Malcolm X speak about in New York and what is happening. It's happening in St. Vincent, you know. It is happening right here in our own backyard. Right here. I was listening to a lot of the clips and there's some of the clips that I really play and I'm sending it out on my family WhatsApp chats and to friends and so on, tell them to really listen to this and tell me compared to what Malcolm X is saying and what is happening in St. Vincent, and if it's not happening right in our own backyard. And people need to stay focused on what is happening, because right now we need a change, and the change is going to come. Have a good day. Thank you for your time, man.
Thank you very much. Well, let me pause a little bit with the cause, okay? Let me just pause a little bit with the cause. Let me remind you, Chill Spot menu breakfast is on today. On the breakfast, you can get omelette, seafood omelette. I've never had. I don't remember ever having a seafood omelette. You can also have a vegetable omelette, a meat lover omelette, sawfish bake, boiled egg. Pressy. This is Pressy thing. I bet you didn't tell me what Pressy thing be. Pizza. Thin crust pizza. You never had thin crust. You chop it. Never had thin crust. What kind of chop it? You live on the stone? Monk. Come on from up in the mountain, man. Come and eat a real pizza by Chill Spot. Thin crust pizza, it's just different. It's not, if you've never had a thin crust pizza, don't eat no more pizza in your life. Chill Spot is where you get it, all right? On the menu today, Monday, you got on the meat, you got Vinci stew pork. Boy. Grant, do not message me and tell me nothing about we going to eat some stew pork today. Grant, do not do that. You're going to make Vibes Cartel money vex with me. Grant, do not dare do that. I see messaging me now. You message me. We're going to eat some stew pork by land. Grant, please don't do that. Don't do that to me. Don't do that. You are a bad friend. You're a horrible, disgusting human being. You know I can't eat that. Yeah? Vinci stew pork, grandma baked chicken, old-fashioned fried chicken, Trini style curry chicken, Creole jackfish. Yo, I saw you had a horse in a fish. Yeah, they catch. What happened? Where do they
fix up.
Where did they? When they fix me? We fix me up when?
I forget it clean.
You send them Venezuela to get them clean or something? Jesus. If it's fish really catch on the wharf. Anyway, that's your therapy, and I'm so proud of you. From since this thing with Swagger, she has been going fishing on the wharf, and it's a therapy for him. It works for him, but Pastor is he's still working out with Pastor. All right, Dr. Richards, that is to help him. So there's Creole jackfish, curry goat, barbecue roast chicken, barbecue roast pork. On the side, you've got spinach rice, plantain fritters, steamed callaloo, potato salad, steamed vegetables, garden salad. The soup today is callaloo with beef and pig foot sauce. No cattle foot, no Kenson. Kenson on the menu today. Kenson boy, them boy take you off the menu, boy. Kenson. The others are honey mustard barbecue wings. The famous, here it is, listen up carefully, Pressy. Thin crust pizza. Pressy, thin crust pizza is at Chill Spot today. Burgers, fried chicken, fried rice, lau mein, seasoned fried rice, lau mein, beef patties, baked doughboy, and the doughboy is to die for. Like, it's just coconut doughboy, baked, not fried. Yeah. Local juices, Moby, sorrel, mango, coconut, Not coconut. Golden apple, lemongrass, lemon. Yeah, no, of course I give you the breakfast before. And remember, there's a tea for all the problems you have. There's a bush tea day for everything you have. Cocoa, local cocoa, seed on the leaf. There's a tea for that. If you have an old car that leaking, that giving you problems, there's a tea for that, a chill spot. If you have a woman that button you, there's a tea for that, a chill spot. If you have old house that leaking, there's a tea for that, a chill spot. Go to chill spot, check it out. Check out the entire menu. Remember, they open from 7 o'clock today. Be a good person, pass by and say, listen, I'm heading into town. I wanna buy some breakfast for Shady and bring it for them this morning because I think they need it. I'm still trying to get my bearings back because I still feeling a bit off this morning. I'm not there 100% this morning as yet. Of course, you guys will understand why. So I'm still trying to get my bearings back. I am not firing as I would normally do. But don't worry, before the week is end, you're going to hear me back at the top of my game. But a lot has been happening in and around this area. Quite a lot has been happening. While I want to say, let me switch gears now. While I want to say thanks to the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Service for providing security in the area. Have they still been there, Shady? Are they still around?
I think so.
Yeah. While I want to say thanks to the Commissioner, ASP Bailey, Buju, better known as Buju. This guy, no matter what time I call Buju, no matter what time, it could be 3 o'clock in the morning, no matter what time I call him, I get him. No matter what time I call Buju, he's always accessible. That says something about a man and his work ethics and what he loves. He's not doing it as a job. Buju, thank you very much. I'm going to get into something specific after this call, okay? Let me take this call and there's something specific I want to get into speaking about the police. Morning.
Good morning, Shady. Morning, Bing.
Morning.
Bing, just do some jumping jacks and you're going to feel better.
Okay, I'll take your advice. I'll take your advice. Thank you.
All right, what I want to talk about is the whole school scenario again, Girls High School and Thomas Saunders not being renovated and finished for school to open. And then the Minister of Education will say another 12 months after the contract, the new contract is signed. But Invest FCG is taking how much money, who knows, to prepare a place out at Diamond for probably the Independence Expo. I mean, how are these things coming before schools, before children? I mean, you spend $750,000 plus for Emancipation Cricket Tournament. How that come before finishing the schools for the children? I still don't understand why the schools are not given priority. And that's my issue.
I got you, and I recently I passed there and I looked inside of the girls' high school yard, and I just shook my head. I'm saying, Lord, are they punishing these students? Are they punishing the teachers of the girls' high school? I drove by there, and I'm saying, why? What could be the possibly excuse that have been going on for years and years and years and years? Why?
6 years.
Why? Why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? Like I said, I'll be up and firing more this week, and as I get going, you're gonna
you said something last week. You said something last week, which I wish you could listen it over. You saying it and understand that that's a serious statement you made about Ralph Gonsalves saying to you the head of the snake is gone. You know, that is such an incriminating statement to him, that he as the prime minister could make such a statement. What is he saying? There's so many questions around him saying that.
He was speaking about the security in the area, and he was saying, listen,
yes, but
you shouldn't have to be worried
terrible
anymore, because the head of the snake is gone, and therefore, you shouldn't see all that was going on before. That's what he was saying.
That brings me back to Patrick Manning having a meeting with the community leaders, and within a month, only 2 of them was alive out of the how much a dozen was in the room in the meeting.
Wow, serious, buddy, serious. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Interesting, yeah. Yeah, so let me get back to the police. I have, within the last, since Swagger died, had to be interacted almost on a daily basis with the police, different levels of the police, different officers. My first interaction was with the head of the CID department, and there was a gentleman in there who was the head. Very decent, nice, accommodating guy, soft-spoken, very big guy, big guy, but very accommodating. Show a lot of sympathy, very sympathetic to what had happened the night before. That was the last Saturday. Not Saturday, just on the Saturday before. Right after Swagger was assassinated. That's what it was, it's an assassination. With one bullet. Let me clear that up again. 1 bullet to the back of the head. And then ASP, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Bailey came down into the room, and we had a conversation. And the conversation went to one to the next, to the next, to the next. And I said, you know what? I will continue to be there for the police. I don't know if they're there still outside. Have you seen them? Look through the window there, see if they're there. You know, they normally, by Ivan, they right across the door there. I don't know if they're still there. And there's something specific I want to get into, because I have been on the receiving end, not through me directly, but through family of mine, in terms of how these young upstart officers, I don't know if the police are not trained in de-escalating situations, or if they're just trained, or if they're trained, and when they get out in the field, they feel that this is their time to flex their muscles, and this is their time to show that they're real bad, and all of that. But I've got a video that I'm going to show to you. And you tell me, after seeing this video, Grant, buddy, where are you? I'm waiting for you to call, because I want to hear you on this restaurant thing as well, too. I'm all over the place this morning. Like I said, give me a couple of days and I'll be full at it again. Because I'm still in that process of trying to understand, trying to figure out what the hell happened. I'm still trying to figure out what happened. Why is Swagger not here? You know, good morning to you, Yellow at Pirate Club and Cove. Saturday I came down to the office and I went across and I had something to eat. You know, and I had a really good conversation. He made some amazing suggestions about what can be done. He suggested what should have been done with the building of the port. Yellow, I don't give you vex with me. I went talk what you said. Yellow spoke about, he suggested and he wished that with the construction of the port, some of these gangs and gang leaders could have been involved in the construction of the port. Morning, buddy. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
The
my
Bingster.
friend.
How are you?
I am doing well. How are you, buddy? No, nice hearing you. How are you? How's the other red man?
I'm great.
How is
Great
mid?
weekend. Great food. Ital is vital. Changing the palate, man. Gonna start eat healthy now.
Linda, don't bother them, Linda. Don't bother them. Vibes Cartel money, don't bother them.
But you know, Bing, Let me tell you a joke from that session at the ITEL is Vital thing on Saturday, which was great. In the evening, I had a conversation. I think Romel's brother was there, Young De Freitas, Luke Boy, and Dr. Thompson. So it got pretty heated. Dr. Thompson was talking, and Dr. Thompson was saying certain things. So I said, look, it's best I record this. So I pulled out my phone and told him I'm recording.
Send the video, send it on, buddy.
No.
Send it on.
Joke.
You ain't get box dog, right? You ain't get box dog.
He made some predictions. Made me laugh. Luke was there heckling him, and he carried on. At one point, he said, you recorded? I said, yes, I told you I'm recording. And he continued. He said certain things. So I was laughing. I was saying, man, I was enjoying myself. So I said, no problem, my brother. I gotta go. So I stopped the recording. Do you know that I just had to call in to WFM and indicate to the good ladies on WFM who was in the presence of Dr. Thompson, right?
Go ahead, I'm listening. We listen to you. Go ahead.
In the presence of Dr. Thompson ran on WFM this morning, and somebody called me and said, Grant, Dr. Thompson on the radio saying, you got to be careful of people who record you in public. Because I was at ITEL thing and Grant Connell was recording me. So there's he thinking now that what he said and what I recorded may get back to certain ears and may whip him. And thought that I would send the video to you.
Send the video. No, send it to me.
So
send it to me.
Send it to me. And tell the good ladies, say, ladies, I hold my integrity very high. You understand? I am very offended by this man going and squealing on himself because what he did, he know the orgasm he created, so he plugged up his own orgasm. So that nobody else, you understand? So instead of waiting to see what Grant Connell will do or say, he go on the public and say, oh, Grant Connell, listen, thinking that the video would go viral. Not so. So at all. I haven't decided anything yet. But if you say something publicly, you must be able to back it up.
In public, you're a public figure.
Don't go Grant Connell under the bus. So I told WFM I will bring the video and they'll be the judge of what was said.
You know that is not.
And because Bing. After he said, "You were recording?" I said, "Yes, I told you so." He came back into the frame and continued what he was saying and perfected what he was saying, and now going and saying all that verbal diarrhea on WFM. But anyway. How are you, my brother? Everything else good?
Everything else good. I just want to make sure you ain't gonna tool thump. You ain't gonna tool thump. No. And I just want the video. I want the video.
I hear you on the Ras John scene. Who you thumping off now? Ras John or
no?
Sabato? Which one?
I am proud of Ras John. Ras John. We need more of this. People have a constitutional right to speak. You know, and I'm disappointed in Simran Green.
I totally agree with that, but you can't have the constitutional right to speak with a flexibility of convenience.
Explain that.
You see, if you know any good fowl farmers, you must go by the fowl and see how they operate at the trough. You'll see certain fowl push through and certain fowls after they've been there for a while and they don't eat and the belly full or they get a little weaker, the stronger fowl push through and start to eat for obvious reasons. You follow me?
We really seeing about my body. We really seeing about...
I'm not saying nothing.
What I say, out of you and Candyman, which one was?
Wait. The flexibility to talk was since 2000. The airport bill when? When the airport bill?
You remember when we had that conference? When
the
outside of a
airport
particular
bill?
air condition.
Wait, no man, I get into that. When the airport bill? 2000 what?
2000 something. I can't remember. And
there's a Valentine.
It was always opening Valentine's thing.
10 years done pass? 10 years?
No, I don't think so. I think it's 7 years or something like that. 7, 8 years, 7, 8 years, yes.
But whatever the case is, from the time the airport opened, you know who got the contract to fix up the airport grass and flowers and things? Now, let me ask you this.
We're going with this, Grant. We're going with this.
Babing, you're a big hypocrite, you know. Because you have the video. The video that caused the contention between me and Rasjan. Because I am not the one who put it out. You were there. You tell me call back the car because you can't believe who been in the car. And when the car reversed and you see who there, I pull my phone and I run the camera. And you know exactly what I said. Watch now, I don't man to my word. I say, what happening, partner? You ain't cutting loose with Bruce? You remember me? Didn't I say that? I did nothing wrong.
Up to now, Rasjan ain't talking to this man. Up to now, Rasjan ain't talking to this man.
You have the video. I don't have the video no more. I send it to you. And then after I send it to you, everything open. And then I get blamed. You see what I'm talking about? So we had to look at things
he now has a change of
a big picture.
He has a change of feeling, and he's entitled to change his feelings. He's entitled to change his opinion.
So I agree, but Congo Valley Feeder Road ain't fixed since 2000. Plenty Feeder Road ain't fixed, but some fixed. But I ain't hear nobody talking about Feeder Road from 2001 to 2015. Agriculture dead for 15 and just supposed to wake up like weekend at Bonnie's and just wake up.
Nicodemus.
Watch. Agriculture needs suggestions. Agriculture can be fixed. But like everything else in St. Vincent, one man can't fix it, my brother. You have to come together. You have to have the Ras Johns and the Hawks and them, people who know. Make the suggestions and fix the agriculture. If everybody on a ship and the ship start to leak and you're just watching the captain and say, well, you're the captain, you know, look a leak over there. I ain't fixing that. I know how to plug it, but I'm not going to plug it because I want the ship sink. You understand my point? Have yourself a lovely day, man. So
No. Before you go, I want to ask you about policing quickly, because this is your area, okay?
Yeah.
I have a video which shows, we have others, we all have our issues with policing, but generally we support it, especially you. Sometimes I don't understand you. You get very passionate and upset when the police don't do, and sometimes I wonder what side he batting on really. Are you playing to help the police, or are you supposed to be going against the police?
Justice is the common denominator in the equation. Police need help. They don't have the resources. They go to homicide scene and they dust, and sometimes they dust and get their own fingerprints. They have the technology of Flintstones. They don't have the resources, nor are they given them. So when I see police living in certain situations and a police station with mold, etc., I can't go there and see a fellow human being or put pressure on the police to perform and live in those environments. So I open my mouth, okay? Some may say I don't know the facts, or others may not know the facts, come to facts, etc., But I say what I have to say because I see for myself. And on the other hand, when I see police doing wrong, something that happened outside careers, you wear the garbs of colonialism and then you haven't shaken off certain things. I have written to the commissioner years ago about, the fancy blocks in a cell at Calicut. That's the only area where they will let in oxygen so that they could breathe. That's not conditions for a human being. That's how, in the days of Colonel Anderson and the colonials, when they controlled the police force, that's how they were comfortable throwing somebody or something in that cell. Because back then, they didn't appreciate if the person locked up was alive or dead the next morning. It was a thing. You understand? Now that we take over, we even worse. I saw a video of a police officer beating a boy. Just as he got to him, he started to beat him. That's an act of savagery. You know? That's an act of savagery. But it's going before the court this morning, so I don't want to speak much about it. And let's see how the court deals with it.
Where
But,
does the buck stop with that,
where,
though, Grant?
you know,
Grant, where does the buck stop with that, with those
Yeah,
kind of
but-
behavior?
but-
Because we keep
but
seeing
Bing,
these things
but-
happening
but Bing,
over and
just
over
to-
and over and over and over.
Yeah. But fancy you say, see things happening. You know, our good friends from Taiwan, they have given us cameras to help, you know, fight crime. You have to ask yourself, how many of these cameras are actually working in Kingstown? And ask yourself another question, because I've just been involved in a case. The judgment is to come out, I think, today or tomorrow, where, you know, there's an incident at Little Tokyo where a citizen was shot by police. They gave disclosure, which is, you know, all the documents, all the statements involved in the case. They gave that 3 or 4 months after the initial case in preparation for the court matter. And then when I realized there's no CCTV footage, I asked for it, and they said, you know, they led evidence in court to say, well, look, after 2 months, that's erased. So the only independent witness per se, the camera, the CCTV, is erased after 2 months.
Yeah, but
So,
Grant, you and I,
because-
you know that you and I have had private conversation with that matter as to the hard drives and what the police are
But-
using. But I kept
But I'm
saying,
going on to say, Bing,
I
I'm-
kept saying,
I'm going on to say that the police have given evidence in court to say that, you know, what they got could only have the capacity to save for 2 months. So I asked, you know, I'm not no expert in that area, but what about the memory capacity being increased? You know, external hard drive, I don't know, but there must be a way. You're dealing with Taiwan, for God's sake, the best in the world when it comes to that. Just ask for something in the interest of the people. You can't put justice, you cannot put a price on justice. Just tell Taiwan, say, look, can we get, you know, memory to last at least 6 months? Or at least a year.
A year is a standard. A year.
But I notice your friend doesn't. You all don't really interact much more. Buju, I don't hear Buju on your station much. But those are questions you have to ask him. You have to ask him. You know. I'm certain.
But
if
the
a police is shot,
the last ambassador told me, which you heard. He said, listen to me, Bing. The last Taiwanese ambassador, he said, we can only give what is asked for. So if the government asks for a big box of a building with nothing in it, that's what we give. If the government asks for a CCTV with 3 months storage capacity, that's what we give. We can't come and say, I think you need a whole year.
That's the issue that has to be addressed. And I think it's a simple fix for our good people in Taiwan. They're so kind. They, you know, they give us anything we ask for. So now that I see those cameras coming, maybe something Buju can suggest and make it a fact, because that is a fact. For those who are a little concerned about the facts are facts. You see?
The other thing, Grant, is that we have these cameras all over Kingston, all the way out to Annisville, some stretching into Villa area, but yet these crimes are happening, but we can't track these vehicles, we can't track the personnel who are involved in the crime. Why? What is the issue? What is the problem? Are they being erased? Is it that there's no space on the hard drives? What is the problem? What is the problem?
Now and then they come through. I know of one incident where a young man was shot in Paul's Avenue. In fact, I think in the street by Fly there, and that matter went to court, and there was a conviction, and there were cameras that they were referred to. So now and then. Okay, but you can't have this now and then approach. You see? So we'll see how it turns out and what's the outcome. But the police need to change a few things. You know, even how they operate. The police, what do you call it? The public relations department. That's
nonsense.
That's a waste of time.
Yeah, that's nonsense.
And then you have the orderly room. Orderly room is something when a police officer commits something in, they settle it internally, right? And they put you before 3 senior officers and you're questioned and so. I mean, that's such nonsense. I mean, they need an ombudsman for that because 90% of the time, when you put a junior officer before senior officers to judge them, most likely they have interacted with that officer, that junior officer, in some form before. Right? Yeah. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Right.
So it's kind of hard to judge. Well, I really want Buju better explain that part to you. Buju could tell you how orderly room does work.
Oh God!
Okay, my brother.
Thank you. We talk later.
We'll talk soon.
As soon as you get out the court, give me a call as usual. Listen to me. I've got a video. All right. I do not know who's responsible for the police training school. I do not know who's responsible for training the officers in the police training school. I do not know what mechanism, what are being taught in terms of de-escalating, in terms of, I don't know if they're being taught it, but when they get out on the street, the blood rush to the head, and they feel, with this power, I can do anything. But also with power comes great responsibility. I'm going to show you a video now. And you tell me, please, I need as many of you to come on the live and tell me, please. I'm begging you, please, because I have had a similar situation with a family member who police, I'm going to go into it, but I'm not going to go into too much details of it, right? Police ripped something off of him. And he went to the officer and he asked, may I ask you your name, please? Because he wanted to make a report. And the officer said to him, F off. That's what the response of the officer said to him. F off. The officer was there were 2 of them. He went to the other officer and he asked the officer, isn't he entitled to give me his name so I could make a report? And you know what the other officer told him? The other officer told him he also is entitled to tell you F off. I mean, this, you think I made that up? Yeah. I mean, this is in 2025. This is how we running our police force. F off. You just grab someone, rip something off of them, no explanation, and tell them, because the person said, may I ask your name, please? Because I want to make a report. F off. He turned to the other officer who was with him and said, isn't he entitled to give me his name? And he said, yes, but he's also entitled to tell you F off. Now, look at this video. Look at this video that Shady is going to put up on the screen. Please come on the live and look at this video on the screen and tell me, does this make sense to you? Something is definitely not right with regards to the training process. Listen to this. Listen, let me take the call first quickly because we got Dr. Richards to come, all right? Let me take the call quickly. Caller, good morning, you're live.
Good morning, Bing. How are you doing?
Good morning, Contamilas. Good morning, buddy. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning.
Quickly. On September 29, 2023, 160 closed-circuit cameras were given to the police, along with 30 mobile body cams. To date, we have never heard or ever seen any police.
Never seen a police with a body cam. Never seen a police with a body cam.
So is it a case where transparency is not important and you could do anything? I have seen so many videos of citizens being beaten mercilessly and unwarrantedly by police, and nothing comes out of that. You talk about it and everybody figure where they're against the police, and you go.
I do not care who think I'm against the police. I do not, I don't care. Is it a policy position? Or is it a do what you want? If you feel like wearing it, you feel like wearing it. Is it a policy? Listen, we ain't using them thing there. Oh, when we get around to them, we get around to them. What is it?
Remember somebody said the police shouldn't read the beatitudes to the criminals, you know. You remember that?
No beatitude. You don't have the right to read the beatitude. You don't have the right to read the beatitudes.
Right. So we like to know what happened with those body cams and why they're not being used, because I think they could help in solving crimes also. So we need to know something about that. Ask the relevant authorities, please.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. And I'm going to try and get ACP Bailey to come on in studio to speak to some of these issues. Now, let's go to the video. Shady, bring me up this video. Hold on. Let me move this. Bring me up this video of what took place last week. And tell me, please, could somebody explain to me, please, what is going on here? Because I don't get it. Let's go, Shady. Drop it. Look at this. Two officers beating the hell out of a young man. Two officers in plain clothes, kicking, cuffing, pushing, beating. Where is the de-escalation here? Where in this video you see that these officers are trying to de-escalate a situation instead of making a situation worse? Start it over again. At Corrales, just outside of Corrales, look at it. Beating, another one come, cuffing his face, cuffing his head, cuffing his face, cuffing his face again, kicking his stomach. Two of them, one young man. Now tell me. And he's just walking along casually. No, I don't know what this young man may have done. Okay? That's just a snippet. Now, I don't know what the young man who have been on the receiving end of all this beating may have done. But my God, I don't care what he did. Is this the best way? Is this how the police is trained to handle these situations? Shady, my son, this could have been my son. This could have been your relative. This could have been your daughter, Shady. I don't care what was done, what the person did. Is this the right way for our police to treat our citizens? What happened to de-escalating? We no longer treat to de-escalate, to calm a situation down, to not attract that type of attention. You see people running with the cameras to get video shots. All kind of people are running with cameras because it was ridiculous. Play it again, Shady. For those of you who missed it, play it again, please. Look at this situation. Look at this. Immediately, cough, case, kick, cough. I mean, like 7, 18, 20 cough and kicks within a period of 20 seconds. You know, what could he have done? These are young police officers. And these are the officers that's going to be there. And they'll be promoted. What could they have done? What could this young man have done to be assaulted like this? But then again, they're going to tell him, make a report to the unit name? The Public Relations Unit. But then we never hear anything coming out of the Public Relations Unit. Absolutely nothing. Because what? Police don't go against police. Don't care what you do. You could drop a man from a 4-story building. You could go into a coma for how much months? Nothing comes out of it. CJ, CJ got dead. Nothing come out of it. This young man here, look at the amount of cough and kick and stamp and box and thing. All the videos are showing. I've got videos showing it. There are people who are recording on their phones as well. Nothing will come out of it. Play it again, Shady. Play it again. All come on the live and see this. Play it again, Shady. Play it again, please. Play it again. Look at this. I mean, look at this. What did he do? What did he do to deserve this? Look at this. Look at the amount of kick and slap and cough and... Why? Is this necessary? Is this really necessary? Let me go straight into Dr. Richards.
Police, boy, blue. For you is the Babylon books that is causing disruption in my domestic affairs. I am Constable Brown, them call me Boy Blue. I have here a warrant to arrest you, cause you beat up your girl till she black and blue. Then ask what the hell the police can do. I come to show what police can do.
Come on to the video, come on to the video when Shady playing the song.
I have a battle tough like wax stone. I'm going to introduce it to your jawbone. Box out your teeth till you moan and groan. Make your ears them ring like government phone. Broke up your nose up, they find your looks. Cause they shouldn't call me Babylon books. I come to show what police can do. I'm going to show what police can do. A long time I noticed some of you man. It seemed like you love the beat up command.
Now these are some of the same officers who said, listen, F off. And when you go to the other one who's there, tell him he don't have a right to tell you his name. He have a right to tell you F off. Look at them. Look at the two of them. Look at the two of them. Look at the two of them. Look at the gangsters in the police force. The police force gangsters. Look at them.
Show what police can do. I'm going to show what police can do. I have a battle tough like wax stone. I'm going to introduce it to your jawbone.
And people are running with cameras to capture it.
Your ears then ring like government phone. Broke up your nose up, they find your looks. Cause they shouldn't call me Babylon books. I come to show what police can do.
Let's go to Dr. Ritters. Let's go to Dr. Ritters. It's sad. It's sad. I am so ready to leave this place. I am so ready to leave this country. You don't know. I am so ready. I have lost all hope in the humanity of Vincentian. I have lost hope in the souls of Vincentian. I'm not saying these things are not happening in other countries, but I'm talking about my country. I have lost all hope. Look at this. Come on the live and see this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And I'm sure when they're taking him around the station, you're going to get more of it. Look at this. Look at this. Pass it back, please. Please drop on that. Bring him in, please. Thank you.
Let's check in with the doc and look at things with a wider lens. Pastor Richards on OMG.
Good morning, Doc. Good morning to you.
Hey, morning, being just saw. Good morning, everyone. Wherever you are, I hope you're having a beautiful day, and that all is well with you. I just looked at your video there, and I've got to share some of what you said about promoting this whole thing about de-escalation. I have some strong words, but I don't know. I have some strong words there. And I like what you said.
Just hold a minute, please. Guys in the production, bring forward Doc. Yeah, thank you. Bring him forward full, please. Thank you.
Yeah. What you said there about training and all of that. No, you were right. You don't know what led to the altercation there. You don't know what the behavior of the person was, what was said, or what the person did. You don't know. You don't know which buttons he pushed. All right, so you were right about that. But the thing about de-escalation, it is a dance, it's a tandem, it's a little bit of a tango between provocation and de-escalation. And so one is not without the presence of the other. All right. First of all, there's the trigger, the provocation, the acts. Somebody's pressing your button. And by the way, this is not about the police. This is not restricted to the police. This is something that is commonplace and happens whether a busman driving, pulling into Tokyo, and another bus is trying to pull out. I see it all the time. Somebody pulls out in front of you, or I see it in the supermarkets, here and there. People gonna push your buttons, People gonna push your buttons, but you always have a choice. The one control is the thing about not letting, no matter how much you are provoked, the control is in not letting your buttons get pushed and it takes a lot of training and preparation to be that agent where you are de-escalating things. Certainly with the police, though, given their roles and the fact that they have certain measure of power and all of that, it is amped up when the police are expected to be the one to model how you could diffuse and de-escalate situations. And you see videos like these, you know I don't want to too narrowly dissect, because like you said, Bing, we don't know the full story. So let me make it clear, we don't know the full story. There could have been a lot of aggravation on one part. There could have been a lot of pushing of buttons, and we don't know the backstory to this. So let me make that clear. All right. But even in the presence of that, there's a
Doc,
way.
that's where your training should kick in. That's where your training should kick in.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm with you. Not to excuse the person and say, no, the person is an innocent lamb doing this. But again, even when people provoke you and they are at fault and they are the ones that are just pressing every button. And, sometimes the thing about it is that we feel like, they deserve a little pushback. And that is when things escalate and go from bad to worse. And the reason I speak like this, by the way, is that we have the example given to us how to handle things over and over and over again. In the Bible, the teaching is about de-escalating. If your enemy curses you, bless him. So somebody comes and they badmouth you and they busting water this left, right, center. You don't have to engage them like that. You just wish them well and move on. And they take, the Bible says, Jesus Christ himself, he knows what this is about. He says, if they take your coat, give them your cloak also. So sometimes you have to turn around and exemplify a bit of meekness. He himself, in his greatest sermon, he said, look, blessed are the peacemakers, and I underscore that, peacemakers. So particularly when you have the power of the police, your charter should be a peacemaker. And you want to subdue, make it clear, you want to subdue the individual, whatever he is doing, but at the same time, not to brutalize in a particular manner. Jesus, when he was on the cross, and he was being pounded with nails and all of that, crown of thorns in his head, he just like a lamb before the slaughter. He had the power, but he chose to control the power in reacting to his offenders. That's quite a powerful example for me in controlling how I respond to those who offend me. And it happens again and again. I think there's a winning template of how you respond to people who push your buttons. And that winning template contains a very high element of self-control. Don't punch back, whether physically or with words or in different types of action. Don't do that. But that's not what I want to talk about. Being if I have about 5 or so minutes, I want to something I saw from Rennie Cummins, and I made a note here. When I was going through Facebook, once I have a little bit of downtime, I just do a little scroll to see, what's buzzing. And last week, what I saw there was the presence of U.S. warships in the Caribbean waters, let's say that way, particularly aimed at Venezuela. But alarmingly, interestingly, I did not see a lot of discussion on what I thought was quite an outstanding matter, particularly given the history of Grenada And recently, I think there was a Guyana Accord, Guyana, Venezuela, met at Annisville there. Prime Minister Gonzalez did something with that. But back to the US ships, I'm like, okay, I'm going to see some opinions expressed about the proximity of the US ships to our Caribbean nations. And I didn't see a whole lot. And it reminds me of what I said time and again in terms of our own engagement in foreign, when I say our own engagement as a Vincentian populace, we leave foreign policy and foreign policy directives, etc., to be the purview of the administrators, and we don't weigh in sufficiently. We don't articulate sufficiently on these matters. We wait to see which way the wind is blowing, and then we run with it. But someone sent me an article, and I won't be long here, but someone sent me an article by Renee Cummins, giving some perspectives on the U.S. warships in the Caribbean. And as I read through what was sent to me, I found that a lot of interesting questions were posed by this author. In the first case, is this a surrender of our sovereignty? I mean, when we have U.S. ships dealing with basically a Caribbean sea matter, is it that we are outsourcing our security?
What about when it's the other way around, though? Meaning when we have Venezuelan ships in our borders, what are we doing then? Is it the same thing or is it different?
I'm not sure that I understand, though.
The same way you're asking when we have U.S. ships.
Okay.
Are we surrendering our sovereignty? When we have Venezuelan ships, are we also surrendering our sovereignty?
Yeah. Venezuelan ships, or you mean Venezuelan warships, I presume?
Yes.
Yeah, Bing, the question here is sovereignty, and whether it is Venezuela or St. Vincent or Trinidad or whatever, sovereignty is sovereignty. I'm reflecting some of what Renee Cummins posted, by the way, just as provocative thoughts. Okay, so please understand, if you do have questions, then you can direct them to the Renee Cummins. I'm just sharing some things to stir our thoughts. So please understand that. Okay, and not all of what he shares is anti US or the presence of ships. So if you would hear me out, maybe that would give some perspective. Okay, but the second question that he raises, the whole idea that hold up, drug trafficking is destructive to our societies, isn't it? And therefore, the practical matter that it needs a response or to trump the ideology of sovereignty and all of that. That, I mean, we can't just sit back and say sovereignty, we're protecting sovereignty and allow so he also makes a point that maybe the presence of the US warship is a practical intrusion, that sovereignty is meaningless. What can you embrace sovereignty and like, oh, we want sovereignty, but at the same time, if the drug trade is destroying your society, destroying your young men, destroying your future, what good is sovereignty when the society is destroyed? He raises that question. You see, but at the same
if you don't mind me, please come in, Dodo.
Go ahead.
And I certainly do agree with you. But whenever there's an issue in the region, in our hemispheric region, in our waters, in our sovereignty, the islands of, who do we call upon?
And that raises the next question, Bing. Good one. Very good one. That raises the next question. What are the ships about, really? Is it really about the drugs, or is that a secondary matter? But that the major matter is who has control. Oh, I mean, how do you unpack that? Is the presence of the ship there? We don't. I mean, weapons of war destruction. You remember the engagements in Iraq?
Yes.
Looking for weapons of war. Was it about
Mass
or was it
destruction.
about
Mass
yeah,
destruction.
yeah, the WOMD, or was it about oil? Did they find any? Is it
No.
about, you have seen, was it about the oil, or was it about the control? And with Venezuela, is it about drugs, or is it about control? Because again, and what Rene Cummins raises is, he says that there is a ploy. Is this a usual ploy that has been used time and again, that you offer protection as a guise for exploitation? You saw it in Grenada, didn't you?
But if that's the case, though, why not go to Venezuela and stay at Venezuela? If it's not about trying to control the drugs that are flowing south to north into the U.S. and North America, why not stay in Venezuela and focus on Venezuela?
Why not clarify that so I can see where
Why
you
not? Why not stay and focus on Venezuela instead of patrolling the entire?
I get you. I get you.
Yes.
I get you.
If it's not about controlling what is flowing into the U.S. and North America, then and it's about oil, stay in Venezuela and focus on that.
Okay. That's a question. I mean, it's a legitimate question. Like I love the discussion. I don't have the answers, to be honest. I don't have the answer. I just thought I'd raise some questions. Even the very questions that I'm raising, I'm not saying that I agree with the perspective. So please understand, I'm not saying I agree with the perspective. I'm just saying it is a perspective that is offered by Rene Cummins, and it fills a void because I am not hearing people enter into the debate. Here's something, and just bear me out as we continue to push this, right? The presence of war, if drug is the issue, the presence of warship, because the drugs is the ploy. That's what he's saying. And if that is the thing that you're trying to address, the war, the drug trafficking and the drug trade, you think warship the answer to the drug trade? And again, that goes to the issue of putting convenient plasters on our society's wounds. And that's a bigger discussion than what's happening in the Caribbean water. But there's a tendency to put a plaster on a band-aid on things that are happening in society. A very convenient, easy band-aid, but without examining the real causes. I've talked about this time and again. Because you have a problem. The problem is more poverty. That's what drive. You know it. The problem is hunger. The problem is desperation, and a lot of societies. What was it in when Louis XVI was in France before the French Revolution, and they asked Marie Antoinette about the problem that having bread. He said, "Well, if they can't eat bread, let them eat cake." Sometimes we don't understand the desperation. That's why Bastille, in the French, those of you who know your history well, that's why Bastille fell. The crowd, they were hungry, they were desperate, and there is nothing that coalesces people as well as hunger and desperation. And warships are not the answer to poverty. If poverty is the main thing that's driving the drug trade, and if desperation and hunger and all of these pushing people in a particular social toxicity in terms of drugs, warships is just a simple plaster. US. Read Rene Cummins and see where he's coming from on this. And by the way, the silence, because like I said, I haven't heard much whether from our Caribbean well, Trinidad, I think Trinidad respond. I think Trinidad responded. I'm not saying that I commend the Trinidad response either. I know what the Trinidad's response is. I'm not saying I commend that. I think more by and large outside of Trinidad that there has been there's been a silent acceptance of this invasion, warships in our waters. And by that is as if we say, we need you here, we welcome you. I don't hear, even our most outspoken, those who have been most outspoken of the hegemony to the north, and we have some right here who have been unabashed in their condemnation of hegemonic actions by the US. Even our own outspoken leaders have not really raised a hue and cry about this. It's as if saying, come on in, we need you. Is that a confession of our failure to protect our own waters? Or conversely, could this be something that is applaudable? Welcome the US, and it is a signal, not so much about subservience. It is a signal not so much that we are outsourcing our sovereignty, but more than that, it's a better picture. It shows in this modern day and age the heightened levels of cooperation that we can have. That this is a signal that the presence of the US ships in the Caribbean is a signal of our partnership and our working with the US authorities, and this is a sign of collaboration.
Okay,
there's a lot.
Please, because Shady's got to leave. So
yeah. I'm wrapping up. There's a lot to be said. I'm just started coming this morning and comment on the void and give some thought. It's not that I'm in agreement with these things. I'm just saying we haven't heard any conversation one way or the other. So I presented some discussion points this morning. Some of it favoring the presence of U.S. ships in the waters, and some of it questioning the presence of U.S. ships in the waters. So I try to make it as balanced as possible. Not that it was against or not that it was for, but a balanced discussion. Some favoring, some opinions favoring, and some opinions questioning. I hope you will give some thought to this, my fellow Vincentians, and look forward to chatting with you all again tomorrow. God bless. Take care.
Same time tomorrow morning. Thank you very much, Doc. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Shady, my apologies, folks. Shady had just stepped out. Let me just remind you again, once again, Shady, switch out quick, please. Give me something a bit upbeat, please. Let me just do the scripts, please. Shady, just let me remind you on the menu at Chill Spot today, you've got on the meat side of the lunch, Vincy stew pork, grandma baked chicken, old-fashioned. I'm trying to see if I can get my mind go there. Old-fashioned fried chicken. Trini style curry roti, yeah, I'm done with that. Creole jackfish, I am done with that. Curry goat, that's me. Barbecue roast chicken, barbecue roast pork, Shady, so that's him. Yeah. The sides, any three sides. Spinach rice, plantain fritters, steamed callaloo, potato salad, steamed vegetables, garden salad. That's me. Put plenty bush. Eating plenty bush. Yeah, you hear me, Lyndon? Plenty bush, Lyndon. Plenty bush, buddy. Yeah. On the soup side, we've got callaloo soup with beef or Pickfoot sauce. Others, honey mustard barbecue wings. Their famous thin crust pizza, pastas, burgers, chicken, fried rice, lau mein, seafood fried rice or lau mein, beef patties, bigs, doughboy, local juices, Moby, sorrel, mangoes, golden apple, lemongrass, lemonade. And for breakfast this morning, breakfast still open. You can go and get breakfast still. Breakfast is at any time at Chill Spot. Anytime you want breakfast, go. There's no special time for breakfast at Chill Spot. You can get breakfast at night, Chill Spot. All right. Omelette, seafood, vegetable, meat, lovers breakfast omelette as well too. All right, salt fish cake, boiled eggs, and breakfast pizza. That one something interesting. Yeah, that one something interesting. Hey, listen. Before I go, we gotta play back Chester. We'll do this after the commercial break or before the commercial break. Huh? Yeah. Well, while it's running, we can just do that. Yeah. Yeah. Just drop back to Chester, and I will. How we do it? Which we do it? Which one? Do the commercial break? This is Chester's. It will come tomorrow. It should be coming tomorrow and Wednesday. That's the normal time. But because he's just starting back, we just thought we'd drop it in this morning. All right. Let me just take this quick call quickly before we go. We should not be taking any more calls now because it's already 10 o'clock. Call, good morning. Make it quick, please.
Yeah, just called to big you up. I mean, I'm glad when you play back Chester's thing because I seem to hot up with the boy named Young.
Sian?
Yeah, what's his name on the other state on the regime station? What's his
Sian Marshall?
Secretary? Yeah, man, I am talking about something Chester said about the devil incarnate,
Yeah.
So that one seemed to get to him. I just have to
just have a way of getting underneath the skin,
I'm glad you're bringing back and Grand Connell with Dr. Thompson and all of that. I said, Mr. Parker, since we're full of all kind of stories, and you could know who are the real people and who not so real. Anyhow, have a good day, and somebody will be passing by sometime.
I hope they do it when I'm here. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Catch you tomorrow morning, same time. Cool. Let's go with Chester, and then we bring a commercial break, and we bring it all to an end. Let's go. Let's go, Shady. Let's go. Chester Cornell.
If the Lord God Almighty were to appear before us and say to us, I have removed the devil from your midst. No longer will the devil be on this planet. You are free to live your life as wholesome people. Is that something we would look forward to? Is that something we would be thankful for? Would we miss the devil and all his tricks? This is Chester's questions. I think that we would, because we have become so accustomed as human beings. And again, the way the brain of the human being works, particularly the left hemisphere, which is our operating system basically for planet Earth. The right hemisphere is basically the operating system for that which is beyond the physical, even beyond the mental. It is spiritual, it is universal. It is, in my opinion, the way God talks to us, the way God moves through us. But we are so addicted to our left hemisphere. We are so addicted to the things of the earth. We are so addicted to the operating system that we know as our brain that dictates to us. And neuroscience is proving that to us today, that our left hemisphere is actually in deficit, and it does not know that it is in deficit, yet it is dictating to us. So if God Almighty were to come today and say, I am removing the devil from your midst, no more temptations, you will not want to have sex with that woman who is not your wife. You see that beautiful woman walking down there with a sexy backside, you won't feel any lust for her. No more will you feel that. You will only love your wife and only want to have sex with your wife. Is that something that we would really like? I would proffer that many men would say, no, I want to lust after her. I want that thing that I should not have. But do you know why that is so? It is because of the left hemisphere in your head, the left hemisphere of your brain, where the ego is located, ego, which is from the Greek meaning I, the letter I. I. It's all about me. So we need to separate ourselves. We need to understand that we're being dictated to. We're being dictated to by our very own brains. And this is why we are in the mess that we are in globally and in fact locally in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You know the expression, they love it so? That is quite true. We are unable, most of us, to escape the dictates of our brains. You know, I wrote an article many years ago, actually about 10 years ago, and I used a quote from Marcus Tullius Cicero. It goes thus: a nation can survive its fools, and even the ambitious, but it cannot survive treason from within. A traitor moves amongst those within the gate freely, his sly whispers rustling through all the alleys, heard in the very halls of government itself. For the traitor appears not a traitor. He speaks in accents familiar to his victims, and he wears their face and their arguments. He appeals to the baseness that lies deep in the hearts of all men. He rots the soul of a nation. He works secretly and unknown in the night to undermine the pillars of the city. He infects the body politic so that it can no longer resist. Unquote. Marcus Tullius Cicero. So this has been going on for hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years. And this is what is happening today in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Ralph Gonsalves, my friend, who I bear no ill feelings, no malignant feelings towards, as I've said many times, I am fortunate enough to know that one can like someone, and in fact that one should love someone. We should all love each other, but be able to say, no, I will not accept that from you. We should even love the devil. And trust me, Ralph is the devil incarnate, as are we all. Remember, when you point a finger, three are pointing back at you. Always remember that. So if I say Ralph is the devil incarnate, so am I, so are you, so is anyone who points a finger and says Ralph is the devil. So is that person. So am I. But we must understand the bigger picture. We must understand the context. I am not the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Neither are you or you or you. There's only one person on planet Earth who is the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and he has been so for 25 years, which is unheard of, which is almost unconstitutional. In fact, I would argue that it is, if not de jure, de facto unconstitutional. It is not of the body of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is not something that is good for the body. As Marcus Tullius Cicero says, he infects the hearts of all men. He rots the soul of a nation. For the traitor appears not a traitor. This quote speaks exactly to Ralph. And this is not an ad hominem attack. This is not an attack to the man. This is not an attack about Ralph the person, although some may say that he is. I am not here to judge Ralph as a person. I still say Ralph is my friend. He may not think of me as a friend, but I think of him as a friend. I like Ralph. I actually like the man, and I love the man, but I despise his politics. I have said so from day one. I am saying so now, and I dare say I will always say so, because I understand. I have an understanding of the mind of Ralph. And it's nothing new. All you have to do is educate yourself, read as I have, and listen to people wiser than yourself. Marcus Tullius Cicero, this man was a great leader in the Roman Empire. And he says it, I will repeat it, a nation can survive its fools. In other words, the general population, the nation can survive the common man and woman. It can survive stupid people, ignorant people, uneducated people. But the nation cannot survive treason from within. And that is what every politician, almost every politician is. And Ralph is the greatest of them all. The traitor moves amongst those within the gate freely. His sly whispers rustling through all the alleys, heard in the very halls of government itself. That is Ralph. That is the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. For the traitor appears not a traitor. Isn't that so? I mean, Ralph, the great giver of this, that, and the other. Ralph, the giver of scholarships. Ralph, the giver of monies to Cuba and to Dominica and to every suffering country in the world. Ralph, the great generous one. He appears not a traitor. He speaks in accents familiar to his victims. Ralph speaks in what I call Hairuna Creole. I don't want to even refer to it as Vincentian, because that is not really who we are. That is an outside. That's a misnomer. That name doesn't belong to us. Vincentian. We are Hairuna, just like St. Vincent, just like St. Lucia is Huronora, and Jamaica is Jamaica. Jamaica is the only country, the only nation in the Caribbean that retains its original name given to it by its native people. Jamaica is not a Eurocentric name. Blessings to Jamaica. Hail Jamaica and its people. We need to wake up and understand who we are, or we will always be dominated and subjugated and colonized and neo-colonized, as we are being right now, by that Eurocentric Portuguese mind. Ralph has a Eurocentric mind, a brilliant mind, but he uses it to dominate, subjugate, and neo-colonize the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, whom he sees as niggers. Yes, I said it. That's how Ralph sees black people in St. Vincent. Not just as little black boy, but as niggers. The word from 60 years ago when Ralph was a boy. 70 years ago. He's 79. When Ralph was 9 years old, in 1950, 55? That was the language. That was the language of the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You were either nigger or mulatto, which is what would describe somebody of my skin color and my bearing and my social class, mulatto. In other words, you mix up, you're black, you're white, you're red, you don't know what you are. It's a pejorative term, like nigger, mulatto, and here's the kicker, Portuguese. That is actually how Ralph sees himself. Deep down in his DNA, he has accepted that pejorative slur, that racial slur, because he still sees life as if it's 1956, as when he's a 9-year-old, 10-year-old boy. And that was the language. And he has it deep in his blood, in his bones. And he lives through that today. This is why he calls people dirty dog and all these terms, and still calling people in 2025 mulatto. He dare not say the word nigger, but trust me. Well, don't trust me. Trust your own senses. Look at the evidence and see how he treats people. See the words that come out of his mouth. And then when it comes to election time like now, you will see the Eurocentric psychology, psychopathy come out. The same psychology that Columbus used. Drop some trinkets in the hands of the natives and take their gold, take their treasure, take their knowledge. Give them the Bible and take their beliefs. You see him doing it with the native religious people, with the Shakers, dancing with them, telling them he is one of them, but he is not. People, let's move. Let's rise up legally, peacefully, but let's get rid of the devil incarnate. We don't have to wait on God. We are here doing God's work. We are God's hands and feet. Let us move. Let us remove 14, but leave the devil so we can have a little balance. Yes, we actually, I would say, need the devil, but we need to be in full management mode of the devil. Jesus himself had conversations with the devil, but he told the devil where to go. He did not allow the devil to manage him. You must manage the devil. The devil inside you and the devil who is stalking the land of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He infects the body politic so that it can no longer resist. But resist we must and overcome. He says he's a warrior. He says he's a conqueror. He says he's an overcomer. But people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, show Ralph Gonzalez who is the overcomer. One man cannot defeat 100,000. We will overcome. This is Chester's Questions.
Oh boy, what a one. I'm just he'll be back tomorrow morning. Normally he comes on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but because he's now starting back, we jump in on Monday morning. But hopefully he'll have a different one tomorrow morning. And then Wednesday morning, that's it for the week for him, all right? Listen, as we normally say, don't have a good day today, but Shady, have yourself a
great day
today. Until then, we're going. Catch you tomorrow morning. We love you.
I am Constable Brown, them call me Boy Blue. I have here a warrant to arrest you, cause you meet up your girl till she black and blue. Then ask what the hell the police can do. I come to show.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Hey. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost. And I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feels like an ember and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, but you know I'll never drop. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your.